Connected to PilotEdge.
Are we live? Are we good? It's not showing up over here. I'm gonna assume that we're okay. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It's good to see you guys. I had to cut one of the songs out of the intro because I felt like the intro maybe was a little too long, and one of them was getting copyright struck, which I have to go take care of this weekend. Somebody decided that they no longer wanted to be part of No Copyright Sounds, and then they started copyright claiming everything, and that's a load of crap. So, 2 songs. And work for me to do this weekend. Hope you guys are doing well. It's good to see all you good good to see all of you guys. Yeah. It's good. It's good. Just get my flight plan set up here. I should have done this ahead of time. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna be flying the Aerobask Pipistrel Panthera version 3 today. We flew this a couple weeks ago. I'm very, 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 very excited that this is finally out. For those that stick around, we're going to be also giving away a copy at the break, care of our friends over at Aerobask. So yeah, anyway, let's go through the hellos real quick. Jumata, Pilot, good to see you, man. iDev Joe, welcome aboard. TNT Zombie, welcome aboard. Dimitri, welcome aboard. Weathermenthe, Mr. Chow, looking for member baseball. Virtual Pilot, good to see you. Disgruntled Sailor's here. He says this is best part of his week, I believe. Good to see you, man. Harrison C, Black VQ, good to see you guys. I am Marcus, good to see you. The Moist Loaf, A Dolphin's Fart, welcome aboard, guys. Papa Whiskey Mike, Ryan the Pilot. Blue Sky, Rudyism, Clocky180, here for 3 months. Real Exit Up, good to see you, man. Flight Logic, we do have a T-Cast, man. Welcome aboard, Tyler. Vash, welcome aboard. Chris M, welcome aboard. Cole Freeman, welcome aboard. Moritz, welcome aboard. Good to see you guys. Pointy Boot, good to see you. KC Flyer, welcome aboard. Sterling M, happy Friday. WBS52, happy Friday. Jonathan's in the house. So is Mr. DQ2U. WRC Aviation. Eck Attack, good to see you. DMB Bird, welcome aboard. Quantidon's here. Blake C is here. So is KTM Guy. So is Henshinger. Good to see you guys. Iowa Flyer, welcome aboard. Celessi, cheers to you, my friend. I think I saw Lumberhacks in here as well. Duckmeister. Yester Sound, welcome aboard. Stealth Bob's in the house. Good to see you, Bob. So is Ernie the Cat. And if I missed anybody, we'll catch you here soon. I'm Relic, welcome aboard. Servin, good to see you, Ian. Oh, you're installing the Panther now. Well, you probably be able to catch up with this, man. It's gonna be a little bit before we get off the ground. Rasa says happy Saturday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, wherever you happen to be. Tristan, welcome aboard. Crown and Ace is good to see you. KTM Guy, hello again. Vasco Point, hello from Boston. Matt747, Matt's you're on here early, buddy. Good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Master Matt, welcome aboard. Land742, Norbert's in the house. J Wang's in the house. All right, so we're doing some flight planning stuff here. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. And it's a weird route because we're going up over the mountains. So we gotta do mountain things like care about, you know, terrain clearances and things like that. So we're gonna go PDX. First flight's gonna be Portland up to Spokane. I was calling it Spokane earlier, and Lumberhacks was upset with me, rightfully so, because I don't think that's how you say it. Can we use this star? We can use that star from Moses Lake. All right, we'll do that. Close you. All right, so that's all set. Let's go to PilotEdge real quick. We'll get this thing filed, and then we'll get in the plane and we'll get the hell out of here. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm super excited to be here flying this thing tonight. Like super excited. This thing does about 200 knots true. We're going PDX up to GEG, and we will be at an altitude of no way. Oh man, what is our altitude going to be? 10,000 feet at least, so we can go up to, we have to go to 11,000 feet, 11,500 feet at least, so we're going to go to 13, wow, we're going to go all the way to 13,000 feet in this plane, so that we can make this flight. That's kind of crazy. Okay, yep, okay, I'm cool with that. So 13,000 feet is going to be the planned altitude. And the flight, for the flight plan, we'll come over here. We'll grab you. And then we'll paste, go back. We'll paste you in there. And with any luck, we will not get a full reroute on this. All right. Torpedator, good to see you, man. Steve PHL, welcome aboard. Starman Flies in the house. Mr. Wise Guy's here. John Fly, welcome aboard. Elliptic Records, good to see you. Can we VFR out of here? I don't think so. I think we're going to be an IFR machine today. Hopefully we'll be able to get above these clouds, though. So this is the Aerobask Pipistrel Panthera version 3. with exceptionally loud pitter-patter of raindrops. Like, I gotta go make that thing quieter. I'm not really sure how to, like, one of these settings I would think would make it quieter, but it doesn't seem to do anything. So we're gonna turn the sound down here for a little bit and leave it like that for now. I need to do some more camera adjustment things, and yeah. So anyway, this plane, I've been. So full disclosure, I was given a copy of this plane by Aerobask. I have been testing this plane for a number of weeks now. Take my opinion for what it will, for what you think, whatever. Oh yeah, hey, subscriptions. You know, people subscribing. So let's do these real quick. Harrison C39, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you for your support, sir. Cheers. Very much appreciate it. Water again tonight. We're still off the wagon. And Clocky180, thank you very much for 3 months, sir. Cheers, my friend. Weatherman Thay, now part of the Racist C Club. You are part of the Racist C Club. And nice shirt. I know, dude. Look at this shirt. This thing turned out so awesome. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. I am exceptionally happy with the quality and whatnot. And I also have, let's see if I can make my way over here. I also got myself a hoodie. So if you want to see, let me see here. Man, we got the subscriptions. We'll get to those here in just a second. So here's, if you guys didn't see these, here's the front of the shirt. Yeah. It's obviously in reverse there for you guys. And then the back. I actually kind of like the back better than the front. Story of my life, right? So we got Catstrader, and then twitch.tv/Catstrader. Like, it turned out so well. I'm super happy with these. We'll probably have to do another run down the road. But yeah, I'll be definitely rocking this thing at Flight SimCon. Weatherman Thay, thank you very much for 3 months though, sir. Your Racist C is now yours, or the Racist C is now yours. Mr. Wise Guy, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support, my friend. Cheers. And Captain Keelhauler says he's so proud. He also gets the Racist C. Aussie Benny H, g'day to you too, sir. Welcome aboard. Mr. Hug 11, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. Aussie Benny H is here now for 5 months. 5 months, we're still together. We haven't even had our first fight. I know, it's crazy like that. Assassin, good to see you, man. Sim Captain, welcome aboard. Zine, welcome aboard. Good to see you guys. Drew, Simulator Wick, good to see you. Anyway, let's get this thing going. Let's get up in the air. We can do more hellos and all that stuff once we're in the air. So this plane, I really like this plane. I've had the chance to fly and test this thing for a number of weeks now, and it has been so much fun because I legitimately, like, this is my favorite GA plane right now because of the displays, because of just the way that it handles, the fact that it's fast. Like, I really like this thing. So without further ado, let's get this thing up and running. First thing you want to do is put people and fuel in here. We'll cap off the tanks. We'll say we just got 2 people, myself and a buddy. Minimal amount of luggage, and we're good there. And flag and chocks go away. We'll pull the park brake. Park brake is pulled. Let's just make sure my flight controls are actually going to work, which they are. And we'll go through the start procedure. So masters on, avionics on. Harrison C39, thank you very much for the beer, sir. Cheers, my friend. Appreciate it. The sub and the beer. You guys got to top that tonight. No, you don't actually have to top that. Appreciate it. Duffstar, welcome aboard. M. DePole, welcome aboard. Bowman, welcome aboard. Spitty3, welcome aboard. It's good to see you guys. Moritz, good to see you. Is it better than the E1000? It's different. It's different than the E1000. We'll put it that way. It's not as fast. Butt flaps. Mealy Titan. Long-time subscriber. First time things have worked perfectly. Been able to catch you live. Local pilot from New Hampshire up in K-Ash by the Cessna 172. Working towards a career flying. Would love to take you up sometime. Keep up the great work, man. Mealy, thank you very much for your support, sir. I appreciate the beer. You should send me an email. My email address is down below. It's host@catstrader.live. Send me an email. We'll get in touch. Because we can probably work some stuff out there. And R. Grigsby, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers, my friend. You guys are all awesome tonight. Okay. Let's go fly this thing. So what does this thing have? We'll go through the avionics and all that stuff once we're up in the air, because then we're not sitting on the ground here. But it has the 2 Dynon displays and it has the 2 GTN displays that are pretty cool. And there's some neat stuff down here. The autopilot panel here was one of my suggestions to them, and I highly recommend if you have this plane that you learn to use the autopilot panel down here. Otherwise, you have to do it through the Dynon displays, and it's not particularly easy to use, in my opinion. So I usually have the autopilot panel up here, and then on takeoff here, we're going to pull terrain up, and that's what we'll use. That's what we'll use for that. We have the weather, we have the TCASs and all that stuff that'll be on here, and yeah. So anyway, master avionics on. We'll turn the fuel pump on there for a second. Go full rich. Go full prop. 1, 2, 3. Good. Fuel pump can come off. Pitot heat off, autopilot off, air conditioning off, auxiliary off. And then we want to have the props full forward, mixture full forward. Give it about 1/4 inch of throttle. Make sure that we have one of our fuel tanks. I like to start with the right side. Pop in the center console here, grab the key. And then we'll go ahead and push the button in here. And with any luck, the plane will start up. There it goes. So the raindrops are super loud, and they drown out the noise of the prop. that audio clip they use is really loud. So we're not going to necessarily hear the props here for a second, but we'll keep her about 1,200 RPMs. And good there. We'll pull the mixture back a touch here so we don't foul up. Be careful not to have our temps in the yellow there. I don't know if there's anything wrong with having the temps in the yellow, but we'll keep it off there. Then we'll go ahead and turn the autopilot on. We'll turn the air conditioning on. Air conditioning will bring us to 20 degrees Celsius. We'll be good to go. Everything else can stay the way that they are. Flaps are off. Climate control's good for now. Should turn the defroster on because it's going to be a little necessary, I would say, this time of day or this type of weather. We'll then turn on the nav light, the recognition light, and landing light and strobe lights can stay off. Fantastic. All right. So then next thing we want to do is call up. Where are we at? We're in Portland, so we've got to call up Portland clearance. So I got to grab the handy dandy notebook. Steve. Ooh, hey, hello. Just put a hole in my handy dandy notebook. That's all right. We are going to be Panthera 717 Tango Sierra. Decided to go, different call sign tonight. PDX up to Spokane. KGEG. Craft. Good there. Good. Okay. Go to the plates. Go to Portland. And clearance delivery here is 120-125. So, pull this guy up. 12012. 2. Oh, that's nav. Let's try this again. Let's put you away. Let's pull you up, and then 12012. Transfer that in. That's going to be Portland clearance, and we'll get ground ready to go at 121.9er. Enter that in there. We can also use the radios down here, and we'll use those on our way out. Okay. So we're going to look for IFR clearance up to Spokane. We are Pipistrel. We're Panthera 717 Tango Sierra. Let's make sure everything looks good. I've been flying so much on PilotEdge over the years, and I still have to psych myself out for the first radio call. It's crazy. Mr. Kraus, good to see you, John. Welcome aboard, sir. Mile High FSX, welcome aboard. Rocky Mountain Fly, good to see you. FSX Games, welcome aboard. Good evening, guys. Watt TCV, welcome aboard. Good to see you, sir. Stare at the outside. I really like this livery, although I think it's got too many. I think it's got too many letters, unless NC is like a country code or something. Portland clearance, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, IFR Spokane. What's a Panthera?
Portland clearance to the Spokane Airport. Fly runway heading, radar vectors, more intersection minutes filed. Maintain 6,000, expect 13,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.35, squawk 2424.
Go to Spokane Airport, runway heading, radar vectors to Dunbar, and then it's filed. 6,000, 13,000 within 10. Departure 124.35, squawk 2424 for Panthera 7 Tango Sierra.
For 717 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
Okay.
Southwest 24.
So I got a problem off the bat. PilotEdge is going to the wrong sound card. So let's go to preferences, change it to that one.
372, contact.
Okay, great. I have two sound cards set up, one for voice chat and one for ATC chat, and so that's them. All right, so we'll pop ourselves back in here. Let's get the flight plan filed. You can file the flight plan. You can set the flight plan up using the GTN unit. I still prefer the Dynon, so we'll just pop this sucker out. Go to Map, Flight Plan, insert waypoint. We'll start with PDX, KPDX. We're going to be flying to the Dumbor intersection, DMBOR. From Dumbor, we're going to fly on an airway, Victor 468, and we're going to take that up to Yakima. And then we're going to take another airway. We're going to go to MW. We're going to take Victor 448 to MWH. And then we're going to go waypoint. And we're going to go to KGEG. And then insert arrival. We'll say any runway for the time being. We're going to be on the Zoomer 1 from MWH. No approach. That's going to be Zoomer, Gangs, and then KGEG. That's it. Flight plan's filed. Great. Fantastic. Okay, so that's good there. We'll pop the other Skyview unit up here. We don't have to pop these up. We could actually just manipulate them down here. But just for sake of being able to see what's going on, we'll change over to Skyview. Let's grab the weather real quick. 2108 mile, or 210 at 8 knots, 7 mile visibility, rain, few clouds, 1700, 11 degrees Celsius, altimeter 2993. So 2993. And good. If we take a look at the runway chart, where are we at? The hell am I? I'm down there. Oh yes, I'm at Atlantic Aviation. Great. So we will plan for probably 28 right is what they're going to give us. So runway 28 right has a heading of 283. So our fly runway heading on departure, so 283, not 28, 283. Enter. And then we're going to climb out at 105 knots. Rotation speed will be 60. We'll climb out at 105. We're cleared up to 6,000 feet. And we'll put a vertical speed of 1,000 from the get-go. So 105, 6,000, 1,000, 283. We're in Skyview mode. We can turn those two off, and we're good to go. Autopilot is set. Back there. So we'll say flight director on. We're going to go initially to vertical speed mode. We're going to go to heading mode, and we'll leave everything else the way that it is. Okay. So let's call ground. Ground's 121.9er. Now we're gonna take advantage of the dual comm radios in here too. So 121.90. And we'll tune that in. And then we'll tune tower in for 28 right, which is 118.7. 118.7. Oops. 70. So 118.7, 121.9er. And then we'll tune our departure frequency up here, which is 124.35. 2435. Transfer that in. So we'll go mic on number 2, monitor number 2. We could monitor number 1 as well, but there's no reason to here because we're just going to hear the same voices twice, and that would be inconvenient. And then 2424 on the... Oops, no. 2424. And we'll go altitude. Okay. Transponder, autopilot, flight plan. I think we're ready to go, guys.
Denver Tower, runway 35.
Guy in a plane, welcome aboard. Rit 3000, welcome aboard. Al Smoking Tea, good evening to you as well, sir. Drew the Mad Dog Pilot, welcome aboard. Turn down my X... No, I don't think it's xEnviro that's making that noise, though. I'm relatively certain it's the plane, because I could turn all the sounds here down. All the sounds... Actually, we'll just disable. If I disable the sounds... Like, I think it's an audio file in the plane itself. I'll just get rid of it. I'm not worried about it right now. Okay, so let's go ahead, turn the lights on. We will go ahead and make our way out here to the right. And we'll give ourselves a stoppie here. Portland ground, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra is northeast side of the field with the weather for taxi.
We're 717 Tango Sierra, Portland ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha.
28 right via Alpha, 717 Tango Sierra. How do we get to Alpha? Go over this way. Alright, so we'll come over here, we'll hang a left, and then we'll hang a right, and we'll be on Alpha. Gonna have quite the little crosswind to contend with in this departure.
Clear 16 right at November.
So, Dave, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. What's changed with the Panthera since the last time I streamed it? It's come out. I don't really know. They've changed some stuff, and the GTN units have got some more, got a bunch more features. They've made some other tweaks and adjustments here and there, but yeah, I mean the biggest change is the thing actually came out, and relatively bug-free. Like I think that there's been a few reports of problems, but not really too much that's come through so far. So the testers definitely did a good job. I was on the beta team, but I didn't necessarily do a lot of like in-depth testing. I was more just helping show it off. I did a bunch of flights. I said, hey, it looks good. Like, gave some feedback there. All right.
Uniform Pipistrel Panthera near Alpha 4 Alpha ready to
Microsoft Gamer, good to see you, man. Rain effects are out of this world. Yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks really good on this plane. And once we get up to speed, the rain will disappear off the canopy too, which is nice. J-Bob B-Team, good to see you, man. We're gonna be flying up to Spokane out of Portland. So we got about a little over an hour-long flight to go to get us up there. Infinite Int had the wrong window open. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Cirrus Max, good to see you, Max. Welcome aboard, sir. Max and I are going flying tomorrow. Should be fun. I should say Max is flying, and I'm tagging along for the ride. Eccentric, welcome aboard, sir. Good to see you, man. I did hear the Phenom 100 is out. I think Tim PE was gonna. I think Tim PE is going to fly the Phenom later tonight. I'm not personally interested in that plane, but yeah. Somebody will stream it, and we'll get a chance to see it. Yeah, Giant Unicorn, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir. It is definitely raining. Joss Rush, good to see you, buddy. Do I have the new Phenom 100? I don't, and I actually don't plan on getting it. What plane is that? Just got on? This is the Pipistrel Panthera version 3 by Aerobask. Very good to see you, man. We're gonna give away a copy of this during the turn too. I don't like doing giveaways, but Aerobask gives us planes to give away, so we may as well take advantage. Am I gonna fly the JAR A320? We flew that a few weeks ago. We'll get it up there again soon, but I did just fly it. All right, coming up on the runway. Normally this is where we do the run up, but I'm not gonna bother. We'll go left fuel tank. Fuel flow, mixture full. Flaps in. Check our flight controls. Flight controls free and clear. Good. Over to tower. Portland Tower. Panthera 717 Tango Sierra holding short. 28 right.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Portland Tower, may 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right. Number 717 Tango Sierra. Alright, clear to the right, clear to the left. We'll get the absurdly loud raindrops. We'll get some engine noise here in a second, more importantly. I'll just be quiet. Green, green, green. All right. That's better. IAS
Bridge
mode.
7 uniform Portland Tower, hold short runway 27 departing traffic. Requesting hold short runway 28 right departing traffic.
Sorry about that. Holding short runway 28 right departing traffic.
Bring the flaps in. Get the climb going here. Bring the prop back. Climb about 2,600 RPMs. I'll just leave the pressure full. Go ahead and turn the autopilot on too. Okay, after takeoff, gears up, lights are out, flaps are in. Lights are set. Ooh, strobe light on. And we're good to go. Climbing 105-ish knots, going for 6,000 feet. And we should get sent off departure here momentarily. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. It's good stuff. Look at that. Watch the world disappear. Icing shouldn't be a problem. 6 degrees right now. And we should poke out the, I think we're going to poke out the top of these clouds here at some point. I'd hope so, at least going to 13,000. I have my other screen on. Pop you up.
First 7 Tango Sierra, contact departure.
Departure 7 Tango Sierra, we'll see it. Okay, we got departure already tuned in. Yes. 2435, so we'll just go to mic 2, monitor 2, or mic 1, monitor 1. Portland departure, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, 3,700, 6,000.
First 717 Tango Sierra, Portland departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000, 717 Tango Sierra.
North 13 Tango Sierra, disregard, I maintain 13,000.
13,000, 7 Tango Sierra.
Great, 7 West uniform, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Horizon 2372, contact
Oops, that was the wrong one to pull back.
3.75.
I'm going to pull the mixture back here. Start bringing that in range. I guess he's just going to keep on climbing us out of here. Probably got to get us to a little higher than what we are right now.
No diggity.
1,500 feet or so, not too bad. Freezing my butt off in DC. Need some sun. Dude, you and me both, Hawaiian Hippie. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir. Tim Rodeo, good to see you, Tim. Catamus, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Yeah, if you got some freezing stuff, like just give it a pause and a refresh. See what happens. Nightmare Frame, welcome aboard. Angel Feathers, welcome aboard.
Approach, expect the ILS runway 21 approach. Fly heading 0.
I think Josh is doing IRL after my
5,000
stream. He's flying to
vectors to
Cherokee.
final.
Oh, nice, Unicorn. Game Player 22, happy Friday, man. Oh, yeah. So if your settings are looking blurry, make sure that you're not on auto.
We're 7 Tango Sierra, code direct dim more intersection, resume more navigation.
Correct Dimbor, resume them nav, 717 Tango Sierra. Alright, let's take a big sweeping right turn here. We're gonna turn past that VOR. Once we get turned around, then we'll do the direct. Yeah, so if you're seeing fuzziness with the stream, make sure that you're not on auto. Make sure that you're actually on source. Because Twitch made a change recently that by default puts people onto the auto setting adjustment, which is nice of them to do because it helps to keep things in check, but it also means it could look like poo. I think we're gonna break out here in a second. I see some blue sky above us. Pointing us towards Dimbor, so we'll go here. We'll go direct, like so. And we'll go to nav mode. That'll put us into the sky view mode.
757 Alpha Foxtrot, runway
we go.
16 left, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
You don't have the option for auto anymore. Interesting. Pony Boot, welcome aboard. John says he's on source. So that's interesting then. 44,846. Hello from cold, dark, and rainy Boston. The weather was kind of poopy today. 44,46, good to see you, man. Flying Drill, welcome aboard. Regrettably on higher source, it still looks pretty blurry. Yeah, we're going to work on that. I mean, we're only 720p on the stream. or on the video output. I'm working on 1080p, 1080p 60. We'll get that here probably very soon. I'm super excited about that. I just dropped down some cash today for a new streaming box. It's running a Xeon E5 1650 processor, which is slightly more powerful than the 4790K running the sim here. And I can upgrade that to some other stuff if I want to. Let's pop this unit out for a second. Go back. We can pull up either map. Map. Or we can pull up traffic. We'll leave it on map for the time being, though. We can go ahead and we can also see. Here's Tyler just took off behind us on the TCAS. And yeah, 9,000 still climbing. 13,000 ahoy. If I were doing 13,000 feet in real life, I'd probably want to have oxygen. This is a real fun plane to fly, and she's going to go real fast once we get up to altitude here. Mike H61, welcome aboard. Flying Jack 727, X-Plane 11, working well. Nice, man. Padley 32, good to see you. Joe Cool, good to see you, buddy. We took off out of Portland. We're heading out to Spokane today. Spokane is the
uniform contact departure.
Spokane's the bonus field for PilotEdge for the next couple of weeks here. Elliot Wog, welcome aboard. We could do a flight in Australia one of these days. We do a flight in Australia. We're definitely not going to have air traffic control, but
Spokane
we head down there.
27 Whiskey Uniform 5,000.
Do some stuff.
Up to 6,000.
27 Whiskey Uniform, Spokane departure. Portland departure.
So
Contact climb, maintain 15,000.
the only downside to Australia is that the ortho situation is not particularly fantastic. I believe there have been some better, like I think the Bing source has gotten a lot better, and Unicorn would probably know this better than me, over the last few months, but the last time I tried to build ortho down in Australia, it was kind of a train wreck. Like it just didn't look good at all. You are more than welcome to post a link, Mealy Titan. Links are always allowed. If they suck though, I can't help you if the link's not good. But yeah, go ahead. K Ash. I know Keith flies up to up there fairly often. There's a one of the companies he works with has a classroom or something up there. Can't remember the name of the company, but they do like flight safety stuff and training stuff using PilotEdge pretty frequently. I think it's who he also did like the cross country flights for. Australia's gotten an update now. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Boar Field, New Hampshire. Can't post this on stream just because of the fact that it's on my other PC, but that is a good-looking Skyhawk. That's a very good-looking Skyhawk, man. Leather interior. Bring one of those down to Beverly, dude. Guarantee you I won't get anything looks even nearly that good. Australian air law states oxygen must be used for flight crew above 10,000 feet. Yeah, I think in the U.S. it's like 14,500 feet. Oh, look at that. Mountain poking out above the clouds here in a second. Pointy Boot! Pointy Boot! Welcome to Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers, my friend. And Steve099 here for 4 months. Steve, thank you very much for your support. I got them backwards, but you guys got it. Steve, thanks for the support, man. Appreciate it. Cheers. Is it 13.5 in the U.S.? I don't know. Either way, 13,000 feet. I would not want to be at 13,000 feet without oxygen. We'll put it that way. 12,500. Okay, well, we'll just pretend we got oxygen on board. Here comes cruise. So at cruise, I'm gonna leave it on rental power. But at cruise, we'll pull the engines back to about 2,300 RPMs. And we will lean ourselves out here and go lean of peak. So there's peak. Pulling back about 10 degrees. There we go.
Rate 7 Whiskey Uniform, contact
and then watch
Seattle
as
Center,
the speed goes up.
121.4, 27 Whiskey Uniform.
Horizon 2372, flighting 030.
Why did he get a frequency change and I didn't?
717 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Center 121.4.
21.4, 7 Tango Sierra. All right. 2140.
11,000.
Rate to West Uniform, Seattle Center, climb maintain 17,000, Portland altimeter 29903.
He's going to 17.
299.3 and up to 17.87 whiskey.
All right, then. Good for you, Tyler. Seattle Center, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra is 13,000.
717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, Portland altimeter 29903.
903. All right, so we got 903 in there. And off we go. We'll accelerate to, we should get about 210 true. And we got a nice tailwind at our back too, so that's going to really help us out. And we'll see what this ends up looking like here to get up to Spokane. I see weather in front of us. I hope that we're going to continue going over these clouds. Because if we hit some weather now, we're going to definitely have some icing concerns with the temp of 13 below. Ask and ye shall receive. Rules in Australia are a little confusing. There's a lot of things about Australia that's confusing. The U.S. Air Force, no flight above 10K without oxygen, and no unpressurized above 25,000. Frank T, good to see you, man. We took off probably 10 minutes ago, max. If I had set a clock, I would know. But why would we do a thing like that? Good for another cartwheel landing tonight. Ben Leby, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, Ben. Happy Friday, sir. Ben, you should come fly with us come fly with us now. Head on up to Spokane. That's where all the cool kids are going to be tonight. Whiskey Sim. I see Whiskey Sim's here. Welcome aboard. I didn't see Whiskey Sim, but I see somebody referencing Whiskey Sim. Jay Callum, welcome aboard. The accent. I think that Australian accent's pretty cool. Padley32 spends so long watching your streams at work. Nice to watch with the beer. Am I right, Paul? Appreciate it, Mr. Padley. I'm going to say that's probably P. Adley, isn't it? Yeah, I appreciate the support, man. I don't have a beer tonight, but I do have some water that we'll drink along with you guys. Flight Planes, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday.
757 Alpha Foxtrot, contact departure.
Let's get this thing up and running, too. I like to have my chat in two places because I'm a masochist like that. Swanee39, good to see you, man. Ended up picking up the MD80. Thanks for all the info. Looking to make a video on it this weekend. Nice, man. What do you think of the MD80? And those of you guys that have the update for the MD80 now too, do you guys like? Was it good? Is it worth it? I really, really, really like the update for that MD80. So I'm curious to hear what other people's opinions are of it. FSC Tony B, welcome aboard. Tim PE, welcome aboard. We're counting on you too, Tim. Thank you, sir. Apache X2, welcome aboard.
Retard.
Apache X2, I was on the beta team for the Rotate MD80 1.3. So yeah, we flew that a couple of weeks ago actually, and it's a real good update. Nick Bolus, look forward to every happy Friday. Cheers, man. Thank you very much for your continued support, Nick. Enjoy your racist C, sir. Cheers, my friend. What's this thing do? No, to go out of tablet mode and load you up. All right. 1 second, guys.
Horizon 2372. Right. 10 miles from Sigio, turn right heading 180. Descend
just in case something bad came up. MPK Fly says, keep up the good work. Keep up the great work. MPK Flies, cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your support, sir. Happy Friday. Elliptic Records. X-Plane 11 now? No, we're still X-Plane 10. We're still X-Plane 10 running xEnviro. X-Plane 11, I'm going to try to get it fired up and configured this weekend. And then we'll see how things go with that. But yeah, X-Plane 11 will happen soon.
Contact Seattle Center 126.6.
I am Marcus72. Love the work. Thank you very much, I am Marcus. Cheers, my friend. Tim PE. Back here for 3 months. Get the races C. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Neither. I am a pacifist. Tim, thanks for the support, man. Cheers.
753 North Fox at Seattle Center, 25230.
757 Alpha 5. Oh, that was somebody else. I was like, is Tyler going to go up to 23,000 feet in that thing? Like, I was going to be super impressed. That looks pretty nice. Bring the view back a little bit. I like that view. Know how to turn the light on the autopilot console in the middle. Probably. There's three light knobs that are behind the yoke. 1, 2, 3. One of like those should take care of it. But I fly all during the day, so I actually didn't pay any attention to the lighting stuff. Dolphins fart. I'm sure you've been asked a billion times, am I interested in getting my PPL at all? Yes. I actually just went through the process of getting my medical, which I have right here. And I will probably be working at getting my student certificate and starting training in the next 3 to 4 weeks or so. I gotta go meet some flight schools probably next week, and go from there. So the medical was enough of an adventure for me that I yeah. Scottsdale Thug, good evening. Hello from Boston. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir. Comanche is a nice high-speed certified airflame. Comanche looks like it'd be a fun plane to fly. Awesome one, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Pilot's nuts. Am I going to go across the pond tomorrow? Absolutely not. Cross the pond, while an interesting event and an interesting idea, doesn't interest me in the slightest. I honestly, I'll leave cross the pond for the guys that enjoy that stuff. But that's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much of a long haul for me, and I'm also not going to be home tomorrow. So, yeah. How USA Medical compares to an Australian Medical, I don't know. I got some health issues that I had to do some hoops, even for my third class. Like, I don't think I'd be able to get. I might be able to get a second class. I definitely would never get a first class. But I had to jump through some hoops over the last few weeks. Kind of had me stressed out, just dealing with stuff. But the end result is I have the medical, and that was the thing I was waiting on before I did any further training. So, yeah, basically all the money, like all the Twitch money now, I bought the new streaming PC, and so all the Twitch and YouTube money is just going to go straight to flight training. Because I don't really have anything else I need to buy for the stream for a bit. Oh my god. Kiwi Iasa 88. Welcome to Be the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support, my friend. Cheers. Got a lot of new names in here tonight. It's good to see you guys. It seems like a lot more. It seems like we are heavy on the Australians this evening. Aircraft, one of a kind. Old instructor, hate them due to the way they land. Bricks like never noticed. Interesting. Yeah, so I registered through IACRA. I did the IACRA registration. I have to have a CFI go in and basically rubber stamp it and say, yes, he is going to be a student pilot. And then I have to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get my student pilot certificate. Now, I can do lessons. I can do all this stuff to get ready. Like, I can actually go up and fly. I just can't solo. I can't solo. You cannot solo until you have a student pilot certificate and until you have your medical. So when I start the process with an actual flight school in the next few weeks, then they'll go to the IACRA website, they'll rubber stamp, and they'll say yes, and then they'll go through all the DHS and TSA and whatever other things it has to do. Swanee39 says, planning on streaming for the first time this weekend. Do I have some advice to give a first-time streamer? Yeah, if you're streaming for the first time, so there's a few things. Number one, expect that nobody will show up. You might get some people that'll pop in here and there, but largely, like, your first few times, you may just be streaming to yourself or your mother if you happen to give her the link. The biggest piece of advice I give new streamers is don't look at who's online. Like, you can't look at the chat list because, and this infuriates me, by the way, if I go into somebody's channel, I like to lurk, and I know it's a terrible thing, I know that I shouldn't do it, but I like to lurk, and if somebody says, oh hey, it's Cat Strader, and I haven't actually said hello in chat, I'll probably just leave, and so my piece of advice, is don't say hello and don't really talk to individuals unless they've said hello in chat already, right? Because there's a lot of people just like to lurk, like, and you got to respect that. But you have to like for a new person streaming who's never done it before. You're not, like I said, you're not going to really have much of an audience, but you know, you have to talk through what you're doing. You have to, you know, you have a microphone, you have to use it, and just you have to pretend that 1,000 people are watching you, when nobody might be, and it's either something that you're going to enjoy or something you're not going to enjoy. But you know, when I didn't have much of an audience back in the day, it was I thankfully I was doing PilotEdge most of the time. And so I just talked through what I was doing on PilotEdge. So we're going to call this the same thing I do nowadays. Like, we're going to call this controller up. We're going to say, this is what we're going to expect. This is what we're going to say. Here's this plane. Here's why I like this plane. Here's why I don't like this plane. Like, just try to keep the ball rolling. Try to keep some material going. And because what's going to happen is people are going to join. They're not going to say hello. They're going to sit there for a bit and they're going to say, all right, who's this guy? What's he going to do? What's his shtick? What's his spiel? Is he going to be interesting? Is he going to be boring? And if you're just sitting there and you're not saying anything and you're not, you know, you're waiting for somebody to say hello, they're going to come in, they're going to see that nothing is happening, and they're going to leave. So that's my advice. You know, prepare to be disappointed the first few times. Prepare to be disappointed every time. I still before I fire my stream up every day, I still approach this with the knowledge that nobody may actually show up. Like, I know that that's not going to be the case anymore, and I'm super lucky and super blessed in that regard. But like, every time I fire a stream up, I have an agenda of things I want to hit on, agenda things I want to talk about. You know, certain people maybe to acknowledge things, you know, whatever. Like, every flight plan I put together for a reason. There's a reason why I hit the airports that I hit, and I can always back off and talk about that. I can look out the window and I can say, oh, hey, there's a mountain there. Like, what is that mountain? Like, oh, that's fascinating. You know, let's John flight here for a second. We'll pull up the 4 flight. Hi, John. We'll pull the 4 flight up. Let's go to the aerial map and let's turn off the sectional. What the hell is the mountain? It is Mount Addams, it looks like. I don't know if you can read that. It looks like it says this Mount Addams. And you can talk about that kind of stuff. Like there's a big ass mountain in the middle here. I bet I would imagine that the procedures and the airways and whatnot that we're flying are formed in a way that keeps all the traffic away from that mountain, which appears to be the case, right? And just kind of little things like that, or the fact that like there's a little kink in the road here. There's a little kink that we're flying, and the kink almost certainly exists to avoid that mountain. Like, you're going to go around it, not over it. So like, that's the kind of stuff that you know, just prepare. Like, think about it ahead of time, and you're going to have a much easier time with streaming. So that's that. Azizi, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. I think I missed some. I definitely missed some chat.
717 Sierra, contact Seattle Center 132.6.
132.6, 77 Tango Sierra. Alright. 13260, transfer that over. Seattle Center, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, 13,000.
717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, Spokane altimeter 3013.
13. Alright, 3013, enter that. That's going to drop us down here about 200 feet, get ourselves down. We still have roughly 45 minutes until we get to Spokane, but it's fine. Louise Monta, good to see you, man. And Nightmare Frame, it was a pleasure, man. I'm going to try to pop in there more if I see you. PK Fly, welcome aboard. Be a people person, dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you have to be unique. You have to be interesting. And the truth is that a lot of people may be unique, but they're maybe not interesting. And I don't even consider myself, like, I don't think I'm a very interesting person. I just talk. Like, I hate to say well-educated, but my knowledge on things is well-rounded. I can speak on many different topics and many different subjects. And while I may not know all the answers to those, I know where to find them. And I can, like, I know enough about a lot of things where I can at least talk about it. I may not be the expert or the definitive source, but, you know, like, that's kind of what my where I've gotten very lucky. So, you know, be interesting, be unique, and just, you know, be out there. Be ready to be ready to talk a lot. Joe Cool, we got 2 legs tonight. Draw the pedo static system. You could do that too. Swanee39 appreciates the advice. Decent success on YouTube so far. Just gonna talk to my viewers live. Oh, nice, man. Absolutely, dude. And good luck, dude. Like the Twitch compared to YouTube is such a vastly different beast. And honestly, having done both of them to a decent amount, I love Twitch so much. Like I love the broadcasting. I love the fact that I love doing this live because you get live feedback from chat. You get to talk to people. You get to meet people. Whereas YouTube, you kind of put yourself out there. You know, you say, okay, here's my opus, and I hope you enjoy it. And then, you know, people, you talk to people, but it's through comments. It's after the fact. Like, you can't make adjustments on the fly and things like that. So Twitch, I find to be a much more rewarding thing than YouTube. And I'm incredibly proud of the following that's, and I know I missed a donation. We'll get there in a second. I'm incredibly proud of the following that has built up here. And I hate to say, like, I know there's a sizable number of people who watch on YouTube and who follow on YouTube, and I'm not discounting them at all, but like, to build the following on Twitch has been a huge goal of mine over the last few years. So, let's see here. Henshinger, happy to hear you got your medical. Just have my solar cross countries left in training. Wish you luck on your adventure to become a pilot. Cheers. Henshinger, thank you very much, sir. Cheers, my friend. Snatzo Mobile, cheers from Scotland. Looking forward to high definition cat. Oh, yes. Cheers, man. Yes. So the new streaming PC that I ordered, I've spent way too much time researching it over the last few days, and the new streaming PC is roughly, it's actually got more power, like in terms of processing power. It has more processing power than an i7 4790K. So I'm hoping that I can get 1080p 60 out of it, and if I can, I'm hoping that I can get enough bit rate. So Twitch allows up to 6 megabits now for their streaming quality. So I'm hoping that if I go close to 6 megabits, that I can get something that looks good enough that we can do 1080p 60 on Twitch. Because while I think it's kind of silly and pointless to do 1080p 60, it does look real damn nice. Like, there's no question about that. All right, let me get caught up on chat here. What a sweet aircraft. Ah, Bod, good to see you, man. Checking replay mode. Landing gear stowed away correctly for me in replay mode. Arrow to landing gear before you put it down. Interesting. Yeah, dude, this plane's pretty fun. Great question and advice. Wish I had the advice ahead of time. Unfortunately, I've broken many rules already. I mean, it's not hard, fast rules. Everybody does their own thing. John Fly in Chevy Rules used to be the kind of person that called people out. Like, the thing that, yeah. We'll come back to that here. Come to Chicago, let me know. Got to take me flying. For sure, dude. I think Chicago's going to be on the agenda next year. It won't be 2017, but 2018, I want to get back there for a long weekend. Aussie Benny H. Going to have to split for a bit shortly. Drop my daughter off in town. Try to join you again shortly. All right, man. Take it easy, Mr. Benny H. Have a good night. You should come. Yeah, come fly with us, man. Spokane out to Seattle. And if there's time, we might do some island hopping around Seattle. I'm not sure what time we're going to make it to the next destination there. So we're flying an airplane. I'll put this in the cockpit here for a little bit, and we'll watch this view. Not trying to promote myself. All right. Well, Millie Titan, I won't be able to check that out, man. But I mean, you can shoot me an email. Like I told you, shoot me an email earlier. So just put the link in there. I'll check it out. Over Par Duffer. It's here for 2 months now. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your continued support.
Uniform contact Seattle Center 132.6.
Not sure about compression efficiency. I'm gonna look into using sliced threads. X64 defaults to frame threads. Tim, I'll look into that.
Right, so it's uniform.
I know. So the CPU is a 6-core, 12-thread CPU, and I know that OBS, from what I've read, FFmpeg, I should say, encoder, the X264 encoder is good to about. It's like efficient up to about 20 threads. At 20 threads, the whole thing sort of like. The next thread becomes far less efficient than the one before it, sort of thing. Latency should be lower than frame threads. I'll look into that, though. But yeah, I gotta. That'll be like when that thing shows up. It's gonna be like a week and a half, 2 weeks before that thing shows up. But there's gonna be lots of tests. Probably do a couple stream tests here where we go through some different quality settings and kind of all that stuff. When I get the new card, you can sit here and talk me through a landing. When you get the new card, you can sit here and talk me through a landing. Padley 32, I'm not sure what that means, man. It's a whole new PC that I'm picking up. Am I going to attempt to record some of my training? Probably not. I mean, I'm going to pick up a GoPro and record it, but I'm not interested in making videos of my training. And that's because I want training to be focused on training. I want to learn. I want to do as good a job as I can do. And then once I have my ticket, then we'll look into doing videos. But as far as the training itself, like I want the training to be very focused and very pinpointed on learning how to learning how to fly. And I want to do my training in as few hours as I possibly can, and kind of just condense. Dude, I can't say that name. Hugh Jaja. Hoi Jaja. I have no idea how to say that. Thank you very much for your support, man. Welcome to the Monk Club, sir. Cheers. The all NCS songs don't have a copyright, correct? Even if it's a song you hear on the radio. You have to attribute, but yes, you don't have to. There's no royalty. It's royalty-free music, not copyright-free music. Watching through a 4K living room screen, one vote for the 1080p, not pointless. All right, man, I can't argue with that. Jay Dugan. Jay Dugan, welcome to the Mid-Month Club, sir. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. Drew Simulator Wick asks why my name is Cat Strader. It's the gaming handle that I've used for years now. Some friends and I were coming up with names back when I was 16, so it would have been like 2000. Oh dear, 2002, 2003 or something. And we were all coming up with names that kind of like vaguely had cat things to them. And Cat Strader was one of those names that was thrown out. And I'm like, I like that one. And so I picked it up and I've had it ever since. And I've debated whether I should change it or not. But I always come back to, hey, it's unique and it's funny. And I'm not going to change my name. So, yeah. It's really not a very interesting story. Be sure to keep the people updated how much ass kicking's happening in the train. Oh, yeah, dude. We're going to talk about it a lot. For sure. Yeah. Real World Pilots. Have you tried out smartphone digital audio adapter? Like to record audio. I've heard of some people recording audio that way, Harrison C. I've definitely heard of it. Am I going to start my PPL? Absolutely, John. Probably sometime in the next 3 to 4 weeks. My goal is to go talk to some flight schools this next week or so. And then probably start doing some proper training in the next 3 to 4 weeks. I got to figure out like what I need, what things I need to buy, what I have to do for ground school, and all that stuff first. But yeah, Brad Hassel, welcome aboard, man. I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Go with the distraction of people and other things that might be watching while you learn to fly. Absolutely, man. Like you guys can judge me all you want here on the simulator, but like if it's a thing where my life is on the line. And it's a very complicated and very sort of technical thing. Like I don't need people to judge me on that. Last thing I want to do is be like, you did it wrong because this and this, because you don't know what the circumstances are when you comment on something like that. So, Candyman the Pilot, welcome aboard, man. Well, Friday's going pretty good, dude. It's been a nice day. I mean, it's been kind of crappy weather-wise, but the flight here is going well. We're kind of cruising. I was debating. I was actually going to do SoCal today, and then I'm like, no, actually, we'll go up and do not SoCal. So yeah.
Press 2401 Spokane. Next go to the
Tyler filed a completely different route than what I did.
Spokane, the Oregon is filed. Maintain 12000. Departure frequency.
Interesting.
123.75. Squawk 2402.
Is he flying that thing slant alpha? Tyler, are you slant alpha, man, or are you flying with the GPS? You're not following the same path that I am.
2401 Squawk 2402.
I messed up my camera view here. There we go. Navigraph Jefferson charts can't come soon enough. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out. I don't know. I'm still pretty happy with ForeFlight. So I'm going to see what Navigraph has to offer with their charts. Everyone doing cross the pond. Be smart. Don't do the ready for flight.
We're 757 on
Talk to
Foxtrot contact Spokane approach
Be ready for your flight. Talk to
123.75.
35 minutes before you there. 45 minutes before.
23.75.
Yeah, dude. Like cross the pond's just kind of a cluster. DS Joel, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. Studied for my A&P license, oral and practical with Cat in the back. There you go, man. Good luck with that, dude. Avenged Gamer, welcome aboard. Alaska Pilot Dream, good to see you, man. Nice to hear about the PPL. Getting all my paperwork ready, hoping to take my first flight next week. Nice, man. Written's already done. Yeah, I got to do the written. I got to study for the written probably the next couple weeks.
Spokane altimeter 283.
Near as I can tell. GPS is doing the magic. Got it. What's the longest route you can fly on PilotEdge? Oh, that's a great question. I will show you what the longest route you can fly on PilotEdge. Sky Vector. So we figured this out. Okay, so Siku 11S. So you have to depart or arrive there, and then you can go all the way down to, I believe, this airport here. Legitas. That's 1484. Or is it Pitcock? So that's 1484.
Turn out Foxtrot flighting the 030 to maintain 5,000 vectors to final.
1489. I think Pitcock. So you can fly from this private field called Pitcock, or you, if you wanted to be non-private, it'd be this one right here. So that's a little dirt strip. So Terra Lingua, 1 Echo 2, all the way up. All the way up to Sikiu, 11 Sierra. So 1 Sierra and 1 Echo 2, between those two fields, you can fly that entire route and you would have controller coverage on PilotEdge. It would take you a really goddamn long time. Like, you definitely have to have a fueling. You could probably do that in a private jet or something, but you probably have to have a fuel stop in the middle there. Yeah, Keith figured that one out one day. Are there any aircraft you prefer to fly during training? One that's got 2 wings and an engine. I don't really care. The cheaper, the better. Becca Dog 2, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, not even just new CPU. It's a brand new computer altogether. But yeah, it's just for the streaming stuff. Like I already have a streaming PC, but it's running an old i7 2600 that is very dated at this point. G-Hub, good to see you, man. Got my PPL in 1982. Haven't used it since. Would love to get back at it. Afraid it'd be cost prohibitive. It's definitely not cheap. One thing I like about Navigraph over 4-flight are the gate charts. Yeah, those are convenient. That's no longer SoCal, up in eastern Montana. Yeah, I mean, so you can look. So the thing is the Montana you can go. So if we look at Montana, so Salt Lake Center goes all the way to the northeast side of Montana. So you could fly from Billings, like Williston, Crosby. So you could do Crosby here. Can you do Crosby? Yeah, you could do Crosby. And you could fly it all the way down to SoCal. The thing is the Texas Panhandle, man. It's the Panhandle, or the not the Panhandle, but it's the dip here in Texas that gets you a longer length, heading up to Seattle than Montana down to SoCal. But yeah, there are definitely sections that are like the Western U.S. coverage area is surprisingly large. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about the new graphics card too. I bought a 1070 this week. Or last weekend too. I found a 1070 at Micro Center for $335, and holy crap! Like, everything is super smooth. If we were flying down in SoCal, I'd be getting probably 45 frames, and I was able to crank graphics settings up too. So, yeah, no longer using the 480. 1070 is very nice, and my plan all along was to upgrade to the 1070 at some point. So. Like that wasn't really a surprising thing to me to do. Do I have all the money set aside? No. Yeah, I know it'll harm you. So I look at it this way, Nightmare. I can either fly a little bit at a time starting now, or I can not fly, save my money, and then fly a lot a bit later.
Still nothing. How are you?
Realistically, if I try to save up $10,000, I'm just going to spend $10,000.
Okay, it's not coming up for some reason. They may want to try filing it through the website.
I'm gonna find ways to spend the money, right? I'm not gonna just be able to save it up because I have a wife, I have a house, you know, there might be children at some point down the road. Like there's so many things that will consume the cash. Like if I don't do training in little chunks at a time, I'm never gonna do it. So I would rather take 60 hours and be able to start next week than 40 hours but not be able to start until September. Because it just won't happen. Master Matt, good to see you, man. Jay Kraus, I found... I got an Asus Dual... Asus GeForce GTX 1070 Dual. It's white. It's kind of an ugly card, to be honest. JBob18, we're flying the Pipistrel Panthera version 3 by Aerobask. Oh, look at that. Breaking out of the clouds here. Got some nice zoom level 15 photoreal scenery. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about the money, man. I'm not worried about how much it, like, I'm not super concerned about how much it costs. Because, whatever, dude, like, I'll be up in the air. Everybody says wait, but, like, circumstances are different for everybody. And if I can chunk it a little bit at a time, then I'm going to chunk it a little bit at a time. Like, I'm not, like, as far as retention and all that stuff goes, like, I'm not really too concerned about it. But I understand why people say wait. Like, if your only concern is how little money can I do my flight training, then yes, wait till you save the money up so you can do it in one foul swoop. But you know, weather's a concern up here. Like, there's a lot of factors that played into my decision. I've been back and forth on this for a while now. But see, that's the thing, is I'm never going to be able to do 5 days a week in 3 months. Like, I don't have that kind of free time. Like, even if I could really put forth a lot of time into it, it'd be still like maybe once or twice a week max. And so, like, I'm never going to be able to dedicate just a ton of time to just knock it out. It's going to be a long, drawn out process no matter how I do it. Vash says he'd love to fly with me. I don't know, man. You might change your mind. Simply Bacon, 59, good to see you, man. Sim Captain, welcome aboard. What do I do when I get my PPL? I'm going to rent planes and fly places. My wife and I will probably travel more. MPK Flies. See, MPK Flies know what's going on. Start the PPL before the kids come. A lot of factors at play, like I said. Watch Cross, good to see you. Took me a year and 43 hours. Yeah, that's kind of what I anticipate. I anticipate 10 to 12 months.
Cleared to the Denver International Airport Lindsay departure. Red
CBS, good to see you, man.
Direct Taro intersection.
By flying, I mean we're staring at an autopilot.
Climb via SID. First receive 123.8.
Attending knowledge helped a lot. Sometimes I had to go a long time because of crappy weather. I'm still on track, like you said. It's different for everyone, for sure. ESJ Gaming, good to see you. Yeah, and this is one of those cases where I come back to why I'm a lucky person, because I learned things very, very quickly. I remember things very, very quickly, and I have an uncanny ability to be told something and then immediately understand that and know how to apply it. So I'm making a lot of assumptions going into all of this about what I'm capable of, and I'm sure that I'm going to get my ass kicked. Like, I know it. I'm not going to go to an instructor and be like, look, I know all this stuff. I'm like, I understand. I have an understanding of all this stuff, but I don't know anything. XP Aviator, good to see you, man. We're flying to Pacific Northwest. Absolutely. We are, where are we at? We are currently somewhere over Washington. Columbia. We're in Columbia. Pablo? Yes. We're in Columbia. Tricky Productions, 2 months, man. Just hopped in, married 2 months. Thank you very much for your continued support, sir. Cheers, my friend. Heli Pilot, good to see you, Chris. Happy Friday, man. Alt Gopher, welcome aboard. Most projects don't. Let's see what. That's a good piece of advice here. Most projects don't get done because they're not started. Go ahead. Looking forward to see some real life flight reports. Absolutely, man.
57 Fox, turn right heading 120.
Tricky Productions, good to see you, buddy. By the way. Do an hour of powder work for my commercial multi because I was an hour short. Foxtrot Oscar 19, good to see you, man. Good evening to you as well, sir. Are people excited for Formula One this weekend? That's the first I've heard about Formula One. I'm stoked. Archie O says Columbia is the river. Oh, that's the Columbia River. So I don't know where I'm at. We're somewhere over Washington. We're flying to Spokane. The autopilot is my guide. See forever now, though. Holy crap. Flying Drill, good to see you. Game Player 22, welcome aboard. How do you rig your sim up to 4-flight? So X-Plane, you can set X-Plane up to push data to 4-flight. You have to give X-Plane the IP address for your iPad. And then I'm using Air Server, a program called Air Server to actually show it up there on the screen. And then some trickery with OBS. Foxtrot Oscar 19 says subs for the win. Enjoy your racist C. Foxtrot Oscar, thank you very much for your continued support, sir. 3 months.
Clear to Spokane VO, resume on navigation.
I have 45 seconds to sell you on this plane. All right. So, Chris, you should get this plane because it's 200 to 210 knots true. It has a set of glass displays that are... You'll be able to program your route on this display in about 30 seconds. You can program the route on this display quicker than I can try to sell you on this plane. It's super easy on the frames. It looks real freaking cool. And, yeah, it's a nice plane. I'm also going to give away a copy here at the turn. Care of Aerobask. Ryan the Pilot, good to see you. A Fleabite, welcome aboard. Kennewick, Washington, probably. Lumber would know where we're at. Lumber's very familiar with all this stuff. We're coming up on Grant County Airport near Moses Lake. So that would be Moses Lake. I guess. And that would be Grant County Airport.
4,000 till established on the local flight.
Piece of cake, right? I know exactly where we're at. How do I set up my views? You move your camera. So period, comma, up and down, left and right. You move your camera where you want it to. And then you hit control and then a button on your numpad. And then when you press that numpad button again, it'll go back to that spot you had programmed. iServant donates $5. Your first 0.028 to plane rental are on me. Ian, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it, sir. Cheers. Ian, you gonna come fly with us for leg 2? Beautiful country you're flying over. Been there in a vehicle. Fun historical fact. Near there, they made the fuel for Cold War nuclear arsenal. No kidding. It looks gorgeous. I haven't done any flying up here, to be honest. Like, that lake looks really cool. That lake in kind of marshy area. Duckmeister 3000, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Cheers, my friend, and thank you very much for your support.
Contact Salt Lake City, sir, 128.72.
Oh, and I missed brown bag code. I'll get these backwards again. Brown bag code. 3 months, brown bag code gets the racist C. And that's funny. Cheers, Chris. Thank you very much for your continued support, sir. How are things going, Chris? We gotta catch up at some point, man. And welcome aboard. G-Hub 625, good to see you, man. Nice training airport for Boeing and U.S. Air Force planes. Oh, no kidding. That is a big-ass runway they got there.
American 554, Salt Lake City, South Bay, Payne, flight 320.
Holy crap. Miles 2112 is here for 3 months. He gets the racist C. Thank you very much for your support, sir. Cheers. You're a good man, a gentleman, and a scholar. Let me know when you want to talk about racist C's. Thinking about, good to see you, Ben. Got my cat sitter t-shirt, very happy with it. Didn't check. What does it mean? Beer? Oh, no. So it means beer minus checklist. It's the sub emotes, man. So beer minus checklist equals, and then a plane in the water. Basically like crash and burn, down you go. All that good stuff. Steve PHL, thank you very much for the beer, sir. Cheers, my friend. You guys are too kind tonight. I'm going to finish this glass of water and have to take a leak here before we even get on the ground. You think we could do a gaming video together? I don't really do too many compilation videos, to be honest, man. I do, like, most of my stuff here is done through live streaming, and I don't get to do a lot of collaborations with people, so I can't make any promises. Fixie SLN, welcome aboard. The Antisocial Woodworker, welcome aboard. Hanford site. Had to Google it. Worth a read if you're into that stuff. Cool. I'll check it out. Billy, welcome aboard. Grant County International Airport, home of one of only 5 runways in the world that are capable of landing the space shuttle. Billy, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Stealth Pop's got it there. Imagine wearing a shirt in an airplane and explaining to people what it means. So I showed this earlier. To the folks. Oh, we're on an arrival now. Let's check this arrival here. Anything that we care about? No, not a thing. Great. So I showed everybody this earlier, but I have a hoodie. I bought one of the hoodies. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow when I go flying with Max. So yeah, we might have to explain what's going on with that. CMC Mini, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir. Happy Friday. Ryan the Pilot, welcome aboard. I've noticed I said hello to you guys. Ridiculous, good to see you, man. If I'm squinting correctly. Oh, Jesus. So that could have been a lot worse. Yeah, so there's no auto fuel switch. There's 2 fuel tanks. There's no auto fuel switch. And we've been running this entire flight off just the left tank. So we now have a 12-gallon fuel imbalance, which we probably will not burn through. No, we're definitely gonna land a little heavier on the left side than the right side. God, thank you for noticing that. As I've been flying this plane around in FS economy and whatnot, I've done the exact same thing where I've just completely like forgotten to change. I've completely forgotten to change my tanks. Oh dear. Oh well, whatever. Do I have a cross feed? Not in this plane, man. There's typically not a cross feed in a single engine piston. You get gas on the left, you get gas on the right. Brad Hassel 14, good to see you, man. I got one more flight after this. Yes, we're gonna go to Seattle. Checklist. I know, man. That's how it goes sometimes, though. X-Plane pilots, welcome aboard. The wind. Yeah, we're gonna be a little heavy on the left side. That's all right though. It's not too bad. I mean, it's only 12 pounds, so it's only what about 70 or 80 pounds. So it's basically like if I had a passenger that was sitting on the, well, not quite like that, but if we had one passenger on the left side. In the real world, I'd be like, hey, dude, like, I forgot about the tanks. Can you scoot over to the right? Oh, wait, no, the other way around. If he's on the right, can you scoot over to the left? Yeah. Any Seattle scenery? I have the Boeing Country Payware scenery, yes. Abyss, welcome aboard. And yeah, I guess that's going to be lesson number 1 when I learn how to fly real planes is don't forget to change the fuel tanks. What are we doing? We're doing 224 over the ground right now. Like, we're hauling pretty good coming out of here. 1 passenger's over 100 people crammed in here. Good point. Joseph Arns, welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Happy Friday, sir. I'm guessing the weather must have cleared up in our destination here, Spokane. Did it? So there was no, it's IFR right now, so we probably going to be coming up on this here pretty soon. There's been rain around the field all evening. There's some rain in Seattle as well. Make it to contend with.
2401.
So Fairchild's next door. So Spokane right now is Spokane is marginal. 22016, 5 miles, rain, mist, Scattered 800, broke at 1800. 2983. So we'll probably get an ILS of some sort.
7 Fox at Alpha to the ramp today.
Let's see here.
Good day, Seattle Center, Horizon 2401, level 12,000.
220 at 16, so we'll get runway 21. Yeah, so we'll probably get an ILS for 21 is what we'll plan for. Happy landings 23, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. If I've looked at the ground school material, has simming prepared you for the PPL? What core competencies? I haven't looked through ground school yet. No, I have not looked at any ground school materials. That's going to be on the short list of things to do in the next couple weeks. I can tell you just based on what little bit of flying I have done. Oh, there's a tile that hasn't loaded in. What little bit of real-world flying I've done and I've been involved with, I think the simming has helped immensely. Just the simming in the way that I do it on PilotEdge, in a very kind of strict and controlled environment. Like I understand airspace, I understand navigation, I understand phraseology. You know, some of the all I'm really missing from my repertoire is how do I operate an airplane and what happens if things go wrong. And I feel like I have a good solid basis for just about everything else. Like I would feel totally confident sitting down in an airplane and calling for clearance to get out of, you know, like VFR departure to the north. I would have no problem doing that. Alpha Charlie 9 good to see you, man. And that's a good question too. Lord Ginoff, good to see you. There is no Panthera listed for FS Economy. I'm using an I'm using a Cirrus SR-22.
Spokane altimeter 2983.
2983, thanks, 87 Whiskey Uniform.
2983 for Spokane. So, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought there. Thanks, Tyler.
Seattle
Oh yeah,
Center,
so for the
Horizon
Panthera, I use a Cirrus
Could get lower,
SR-22
and we're gonna be
as
training for the
as my
ILS
analog.
Right approach into Pasco.
Hi, you must be Ty. Instructor walks away because he or she has seen the stream. Yeah, probably not. You should probably run away. But like, nah, dude. Like, I can't help you. 757 Spy, good to see you, man.
At or above 8,000.
Metro Mech, welcome aboard. Happy Friday.
Cleared ILS 22 departs.
I'm trying to fly it while looking out the window, turn a fuel switch to off. You can imagine the shock I have with the engine quit. Ooh. I don't know about actually killing an engine in flight. Like, that just seems dumb. About to do my PPL check fly. One thing my instructors never let me forget is to switch the bloody tanks. Yeah, no kidding. That's something. I mean, if my focus is on flying and not like reading chat and all that stuff, it'd be a different story. XP Aviator, happy Friday. Have to join you in AI during one of these streams. For sure, man. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate it. I don't really do a lot of shared cockpit flights there, Bob. The folks that I do share cockpit flights with are typically people that I know extremely well, and honestly, you have to have a certain mindset with somebody to be able to do shared with them, and I just like my schedule and everything else. Like I don't do a lot of shared stuff. Sorry. He killed the engine. I've never had an instructor do that. Yeah, it seems real dumb to like just kill the fuel flow to the engine. I can see pulling the throttle back. Like, okay, your engine's dead.
Maintain approach 123.75.
2375, 7 Tango Sierra. 2375. Spokane approach. Panthera 717 Tango Sierra is 13,000. We get the weather at Spokane.
717 Tango Sierra, Spokane approach. Expect the ILS runway 21 approach.
And we'll expect that, 7 Tango Sierra. ILS 21 approach. So let's pop this sucker up here. Go down to GEG, insert arrival. We're going to go, actually, first we're going to go, let's close that. Let's sync the heading bug. Let's go to heading mode briefly, just in case like some weird stuff happens here. Zoomer 1 from MWH. None. Yep, and that's exactly what happened. So we are direct zoomer right now. And then we'll go back into Skyview mode. Go back to nav. So if you're flying, if you're on the star or on the approach and you need to change things in the flight plan, I highly recommend that you go into heading mode before you change anything. Because if you're in nav mode, what would have happened right there is the plane would have banged a big ass U-turn. It would have turned right around, or it would have hit MWH, and then it would have gone back to zoomer. Like, it would have done some very bizarre things. So we wanted to make sure that we were flying on heading mode, set our flight plan up, and this is good in like all FMS planes, because there's a lot of planes that do the same thing.
If there's an aircraft attempting to call, I'm getting nothing except very loud static.
It's not me. So, if I didn't catch that, and I didn't go direct to like the second zoomer, it would have done some very strange things on me. So, just a little piece of advice there, because I've done that many times in planes. Definitely in the airlines it sucks, because it's like you're flying and you're not paying attention. You hit the exact button, you look up, you're like, why am I in a 30-degree bank? Why am I going the wrong way? No. That's not how that works. Air Portugal, good to see, man. Portugal is in the house. We've had, so you're Portugal number 2, man. Vasco Point was in here earlier. He was our first Portuguese. Can Fire, good to see, man. South Florida, training's done over the Everglades. Killing an engine would not be a great idea. Yeah, no kidding, man. Like, I don't know. Killing the engine just seems dumb. Like, I understand the point of what you're trying to do, but it just seems stupid. Have I been able to get RNAV to work in the A320? Yeah. You want to make sure you go into managed mode on your lateral. So if you watch one of my streams, you can see, like, when I engage the autopilot, I don't remember. I think you push. I think push is for lateral mode or managed mode. There probably are some tutorials out there. That plane's been around long enough. But yeah, PilotEdge help with navigating airspace, and PilotEdge I think also helps with multitasking. Like, if you're now the streaming stuff is a different situation, because I'm actively taking my attention away from the plane and from the act of flying, but what PilotEdge will teach you to do is to do 20 things at once, because, oh, you're taking off. Now you got to change the radios. Now you got to change your VOR. Now you got to change your heading bug. Now you got to change, all this stuff, and it's going to happen boom, 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 boom. Like, if you want something super challenging, take off out of Santa Monica and head south on an IFR plan. The departure out of Santa Monica, flying to something like San Diego, is the single most difficult procedure I've done anywhere. Like, you are just constantly doing stuff, and it'll that kind of stuff, like, will just have you, like, it'll have your head spinning, and I think that's where PilotEdge is really good at preparing people at flying. Now, as a not real pilot, I can't say that for certain, but that's kind of what I've gathered. JC Bach, welcome aboard. Many years ago, IPs would cut the engine, obvious reasons, practice discontinued. Yes, I can see that. Aussie Benny H, you missed a bunch of crews. We've been talking and we've been cruising. We're just coming into Spokane now. I would expect to get turned and thrown into airspace here soon. In fact, I should get a
Spokane approach
vector.
November 827 Whiskey Uniform 13.5 down to 13,000.
Rate 27 Whiskey Uniform. Spokane approach, Spokane altimeter 2983, expect the Addison runway 21 approach.
Expect ILS 2127 Whiskey.
Okay, so I'm assuming by the time we get to Gangs, our next waypoint here, we should have a vector. So we've got 7.5 miles till we get it, or 10 miles or so till we get a vector. And then we'll be good.
2409 for Kansas City, proceed, squawk VFR for you to the
It's useful if you can multitask. It'll cut down some of the stress of flying in real life, for sure. Mealy Titan! First soul in the 170.
This year, fly heading 040, then maintain 5,000, vectors to final.
040, 5,000, vectors final. 717, take us 0.
Retard.
Okay.
Retard.
040. Nope. 040. And then we'll go to heading mode. 5,000 feet. We'll go vertical speed. And we'll go minus. Actually, we'll just do this. We'll go vertical speed here. And then we'll go down about 1,000 feet per minute. Let's go ahead and pull our engines back a touch. We will increase the mixture. So I'm going to go rich a peak now on the way down here, just so it keeps coming down on the way. Okay, Mealy Titan, first solo in the 172S, had a bird strike on the final landing. First cross-country solo, plane work done, and a wire in the ignition was loose, caused the engine to stutter and climb out. Wish the best of training. Yeah, no pressure, right, man? That's crazy. D-Corb, thanks very much for your continued support, sir. Thank you very much. Cheers, my friend. Mr. Ho-Hum from Discord. D-Corb's got the racist C now, if I recall.
Aircraft calling for a radio check,
Sendero, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, Mr. Mike.
We're
Happy
422
Friday.
C Foxtrot, contact departure.
This plane looks hard. Yeah, I know. It's not easy like an Airbus. All right, let's get the ILS up here.
422 Whiskey Foxtrot, Aspen
So
departure
let's
to contact
do you.
180.
GEG, ILS 21.
Empire 662, Portland, clearance at Lee Eugene Airport. Fly runway heading with directive Battleground VO.
Well, we're not flying CAT.
Maintain 6,000.
3.
10,000, 2 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.42.
Let's try this again.
4413.
ILS 21, Cat 1, sure. Okay, Cat 1 ILS coming in here. We're going to tune into 111.1. Zero. Transfer that in. We're going to be on a course of 210. So course 210. And we will expect minimums of... Decision altitude is 2496. I don't even know what that means, the decision height. I don't know. 2496 is our decision altitude.
Break them with uniform flighting 040 to maintain 5,000. Back to the final.
Ready to descend down a little further. Start pulling the power back. Keep about 200 knots in the descent. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to do an ILS. We're going to land. Things will happen. Great. Fantastic. We have a DME at least. Let's come over to this unit. We'll go to this top GT in here. This does all sorts of crazy things. I don't know. I'm going to put it in terrain mode. I'm really lousy at showing products off because I'm just like Atomic Frog would get so enamored and so happy at just the littlest of things. And I look at these planes and I'm just like, it does a thing, right? I don't know. Oh, D-Corp, you don't have the racist C net yet. Never mind. We must have another month then. The racist C. The white C. Sammy, good to see you. Rake FH, good to see you. Happy Friday, guys. Next stream, I'm sieging how to make mistakes in the Airbus. Louise Monza, take it easy, man. Have a great night. Cheers. Maverick, welcome aboard. Do I have any videos teaching VATSIM? I don't really do teaching videos, to be honest. I'll fly. Doing VATSIM, honestly, what we're doing right now is not that dissimilar from VATSIM. That's going to be the air base. And that's going to be the airport. How we doing here? A little bit more rich here. Go keep it rich at peak. 200 knots on the descent. 5,000 feet's coming up. Well, ish. Soon. What's the difference between the racist C and the Simpson C? So the C color change, like at 3 months you get the white C.
Aircraft calling for radio tech, radio loud and clear.
The Simpson C is 0 to 3 months. At 3 months you get the white C. And then there's more beyond that. Why does it look like the cockpit is slanted down? It might just be my perspective here. Yeah, it might just be my perspective. I'm not really sure. So yeah, we're gonna. By the way, I mentioned this a couple times. We're gonna give away a copy of this plane when we make the turn here, and there will be one more flight. We're gonna head down to over to Seattle, I should say, not down, over.
So with uniform
A
flight
little
heading
shorter.
at
It's gonna be a longer
020.
flight again, though.
I'll have to turn 020.
Just a couple of I won't call them boring, but less than eventful IFR flights. Mr. Krause, over to Seattle. How many developers are there Aerobask doing these great aircraft? I think there's 2 of them. I think you've got Stefan, and I think you've got Lionel.
Spokane approach, can I get a radio check, please?
Quick one for a sec. Read you loud and clear. How do you read me?
Is it jet or blades? This is a piston plane. X-Pen 11 will do soon. All right. Level up at 5,000 here. Ease the power back in. We'll take the mixture richer peak. There we go. It's amazing 2 people make these. Yeah, I know, man. Well, I mean, you think about the FlyJSim planes. That's one guy.
27 Whiskey Will uniform. You still want us at 13,000?
Ready to uniform negative. I gave you 5,000. So I maintain 5,000.
Yeah, we probably messed around.
Yeah,
Down
Mario
to 5
Donning.
at
Like, they've
27
got
Whiskey.
some guys that are working on some of the secondary stuff. Mario's definitely done some work with them, testing and whatnot. But as far as the actual like plane and the avionics and whatnot, Lionel has built all the avionics, and Stefan handles the model, texturing, sounds, and kind of things like that, from what I understand. I hope the Bob.
Fire 662.
Bob's
Portland
Bob
ground,
spamming the
runway
beers.
28 left taxi via Echo Foxtrot Charlie.
Tackleborg, good to see him in. But yeah, so I hope they're doing well with these planes. Like I hope they sell these things, because this plane in particular, I'm really digging. Definitely having a good time with it. I expect we'll get turned here in a second. Thrown onto the localizer. Eventually.
Retard.
Flight Logic,
retard.
you told me to share this moment with you. Do you feel like it's been shared? You have sufficiently shared this moment. Tyler, thank you very much for continued support. Cheers, my friend. Way to send that Twitch Prime over. Peter Hoover, good to see you.
Or
South-
717 Tango Sierra 8 miles from Stigio, turn right heading 180. Going to maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 21 approach.
180, 4,000 until established, cleared ILS 21 approach, 717 Tango Sierra. Alright, 4,000. Bring the speed back. Go to vertical speed mode, get the nose down. Worryingly, it appears as though we've flown through the localizer, but I know that's actually not true. So if the localizer doesn't show, there it goes. Let's say if the localizer didn't show up properly, we could look at the cheater line there. MDA for us is going to be. Oh, radar altimeter is 197. Okay, we'll set that. 197. So 200-ish. Good enough. We'll wait for movement in the localizer. Once we have that, we will go to nav mode. That'll put us into nav to capture the localizer. And then once we have movement on the glide slope, we'll go into glide slope or approach mode. Approach phase activated. Wrong plane, but you get it. There's Tyler. Flight Logic. Am I going to beta test the Eclipse? Absolutely. Do I have it? That Eclipse? This one here? I haven't actually flown it yet. That'll be on my agenda probably for Sunday. Sunday. But it's not ready to stream yet, so I'm gonna wait for them to tell me that it's ready to stream. When it is, we will have it live and we'll show it off to you guys. Is it hard to control without the autopilot? No. This plane flies really well. She's gonna fly a little. This plane will fly a little wonky for me tonight, only because of the fuel imbalance, which is largely corrected now. It's only 7 gallons, like a 7-gallon imbalance. But yeah, this plane I think flies pretty well. It handles nicely. I use the autopilot just because like I don't want to sit here like you don't want to sit here and watch me fiddle with the trim settings like all night long, and it's not really worth it. I was pointing at your plane, Tyler. Computer Craze, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Watch you a ton of new. Oop, hey. Nav mode. And as soon as we get established, we'll go to approach mode.
Start climbing top 190.
8 miles out. Okay, we'll go to approach. I got the field in sight too. Let's get tower ready to go. 18.3. Start bringing the speed back. Let's go. Actually, we'll bring the speed back to 180. Keep it up for a little bit longer. I know we got some traffic behind us. We're on the glide slope. We got the field in sight. That's a good sign. So somebody asked, "Good to catch you on stream. Hope you have an amazing flight." Computer Craze, thanks, man. Thank you for joining us. You came at a good time here. All right, my airplane.
Autopilot disconnect.
I can, yeah. It immediately starts pulling to the left or the right. Silence that. All right, let's go. Mixture full, prop full. Start bringing that speed back. 5 miles to go.
Rate 27 with uniform, turn right heading 120.
And we'll go approach flaps. A little bit of balloon there. Bring the nose down. Still waiting for the tower handoff. Approach 7 Tango Sierra. You want us on tower?
We're 7 Tango Sierra, Congo Cane Tower.
Over to tower, 7 Tango Sierra. Spokane Tower. Panthera 717 Tango Sierra is ILS 21.
So 7 Tango Sierra, Spokane Tower, rate 21, clear to land.
Clear to land 21, 7 Tango Sierra. Gear, flaps. Approach speed's 90 knots. Or 80 knots, sorry. 80 knots in the approach. Okay, gears down 3 green. Flaps are out and indicated. Confirmed. Runway is in sight.
Rate 27 with uniform, 8 miles in Sigio, flighting 180, maintain 4,000 until subsequent localizer, cleared ILS
193, the winds are 25 knots right now.
I'm about to turn 180 down to 4,000
Jesus.
and then cleared for the approach at 27 Whiskey.
It's like somebody got it covered there. I don't even know what was said, but I trust the mods enough to know that it probably wasn't good. Here we go. Ooh,
Tire
hello.
62, Portland Tower, runway 28.
That came
left
faster than I
takeoff.
thought it would. Okay, we're gonna hang a left out of here. I think the runway lights are backwards. Let's pull the mixture back, pull the flaps in. Get ourselves off here at Golf 2. Spokane Tower, 717 Tango Sierra is clear. Golf 2 looking for signature.
We're 7 Tango Sierra taxi to parking via Golf City.
Parking via Golf, 7 Tango Sierra. We'll see you in a few. Power up here after takeoff.
Aircraft calling for clearance taken.
Strobe. Flaps up. Good enough. Get the mixture back already.
609 Denver clearance taken to Phoenix Airport.
We'll take this
Delivery
down
departure date,
to
transition minutes filed. Climb via
signature, which is this way.
Expect level 230, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.1, squawk 4333.
Man, the wind is strong. Let's see, that's the north ramp there. Signature should be right over there.
Feedback correct.
Yeah. Apron. We're going that way. Yeah, the wind, like the winds are 25 knots in our face, so it kind of threw me off there on the flare. These are excuses, by the way. I play golf as well. I do these when I play golf too. What would a game of golf be without a bunch of excuses? Did I pass signature? I hope I didn't. I don't think I did. That might have been it right there. I don't know. If I only had a brain. I think it's here. Yeah, right there. That's where we want to park. Adjusting to 30 mile per hour in my part of the Pacific Northwest. You're behind the front, so it's diminishing a bit for you. I see. 757 Spy, do you live close by to where we're at right now? This is xEnviro. Yes, Jake Allen. Tech all good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir. Just in time for the landing. And us to give away a copy of this airplane here, thanks to Aerobask.
Reach on.
Harry Yoda Slayer. Harry Yoda Slayer, that's what we're going with. Thank you very much for 2 months, sir. Nice landing time. Have you back for a second month. Keep up the great work, sir. Well, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friend. Oh, welcome to Spokane. Spokane. I'm going to call it Spokane. Just to make Brendan mad. I think he's watching, though. So pull you out. We'll go ahead and kill the mixture. Props. Air conditioning, autopilot. Door. Avionics, master. Shut you down. Fuel pump off. Roll out the red carpet. All right, let's do the. Let me get all choked up here. I'm just so happy that we made it. Let's do giveaway. So we have this lovely airplane here. This is the Pipistrel Panthera version 3 by Aerobask. And we're going to give it away. Aerobask is kind enough to offer us a copy of this airplane. And things will happen here. So the keyword, I don't know. If you're I gotta give you a 2x chance if you're a subscriber. So if you're a subscriber, you get double the chances of winning. The keyword for this is gonna be exclamation point. Turn the key off. Oh, I gotta turn the mags off. Hang on. Very important. There we go. Mags are off, and we'll put the key away too. There. Now nobody can steal my plane. Graphite CSGO, good to see you, man. I need a key. Yeah, exclamation point key is gonna be not yet. It's gonna be exclamation point key. And we'll let's see. Do exclamation point key. And yeah. Let's exclamation point key for a copy of this plane. Start. Go. Do you thing. So I'm gonna let that run, and I'm gonna step away here for just a few minutes, guys. And when I come back, we will commence the giveaway. So yeah, good luck. Oh, it changed to a different. I don't like that song. Yeah. Do. Okay, are you guys all in? I think we're all in. I got 100 people that got into this thing. Let me make sure there's nothing. No eligibilities missing here. Get everybody up here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Durka, good to see you, man. Durka, exclamation point key. If there's people, there's a whole bunch of people coming in here. So if you would like a copy of this fine plane that we're flying right now, exclamation point key. I think I've done this right. Everybody should be in. Nope, Pilot Don's not in. All right, let's roll this thing. 3, 2, 1. Rudyism! Rudyism been following since February 2017. Rudyism, what? You've been following longer than February. Rudyism's also a subscriber. Rudyism, I need you to say something in chat, man, and confirm that you're actually here. There we go. We got an awesome. Rudyism, send me a PM on Twitch with the email address that you use over at the org, and I will get you a copy of this airplane. Big congratulations. Durka, thank you very much for the host, and thank you for stopping by, man. Good to see you, Brendan. All right, that's a dumb song. Let's go ahead and plan flight number 2 here. All right. What do we got? So we're going to be heading from GEG out to Seattle. And let's see what ForeFlight tells us. Does it have a route for us? Glasser 1. Can I fly the Glasser 1? I could. Prop or turboprop, 11,000 feet, under 250 knots. We can do that. We can't make those altitudes that they're trying to ask for, though. Oh, we can do 10,000 from Glasser. Okay. How do we get to... Oh, from Temple. Temple. We can't do 18,000 feet at Temple. That's not going to happen. So let's see what the other one is. EPH. EPH. 13,000's more like it. So we can do 13. Oh, wait, 10,000. Guys, what's the difference here? Can I do 12,000 feet, get away with this? What's the I guess we'll go to 14. We'll just go to 14,000 feet so we can do this star. So we want to go out to EPH. How do we get to EPH then? So what we'll do is we'll file GEG. GEG down to EPH. Keep us on some airways. Okay, that works for me. Bring that up. Let's get this all programmed up. So plates, close you, edit. Close. Maps. Flight plan. People always ask what the app is. The app is 4Flight. It's on my iPad. Do check it out. Not KGEG. KGEG. Roll the dice. GEG. Victor 120. EPH. And KC. Procedures. Arrival. EPH from there. Great. Add a route. And we're going to have to go up to what I say here. What scenery am I using at GEG? This is just gateway scenery. Like, this is as stock gets, I believe. Unless I installed something else, which I don't think I did. Seattle diagram. Arrival is the Fox 5. That's not right. What is the arrival? EPH. AC. Ephrata? Is that how you say that? Jesus Christ. And we'll go 14,000 feet. Gonna need that oxygen. Do. Who's that? Hey, Goldsworthy's coming up. Who's that? Cooper. All right. Music's off. Okay, so I'm following a flight plan here. Grab you. IFR. November 717 Tango Sierra. PIPA. Slant Gulf. 200 knots. KGEG. KSEA. 14,000 feet. GEG. Victor 120. EPH. EPH 8. Actually, you know what? Let's just do direct EPH. We'll do the direct there. There's no reason not to. Oh yeah, let's get rid of you. Yeah, we can just do direct EPH. 'Tis okay. There's plenty of time there for us to get up to altitude, so no problem there. Got that filed. Okay, let's pop inside this thing. Let's put gas in the tanks. Just fill her up again. Great. 2 of us. A little bit of baggage there. Close left. Close the right. Turn the sound up a little bit. Okay, master on. Avionics on. Give these suckers a second to come up. Belgio, good to see you, man. Belgio, you asked about the Phenom. I'm actually not gonna probably pick up the Phenom. I don't have the most like I don't really care for the Coronado G1000. It's not much of a secret at this point, so not really my thing. I'd rather fly the Dynon Skyview here. I think it's much more intuitive, much easier to use. But I'm sure that I think Tim PE said he was going to fly it. Okay. We'll delete the flight plan here. Let's get the engine started, and then we'll call up clearance and get our clearance. So prop full, mixture full, 1/2 inch on the throttle. Go to the right fuel tank here. Let's grab the key. The hidden key. I had to ask how I started the plane the first time because I was like, I don't know where the key's at. Okay, we'll leave about 1100 or so. And we'll pull the mixture back. Autopilot, air conditioning on, pitot-static heat on. Good. And pull up the charts. Is this Spokane? Spokane. Clearance is 127.55. $55. 755. Evo Nando, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Dynon is not eating up frames. No, it's actually like super easy on the frames. Hello. Somebody's come to say hello to us. Who's that? Ian. All right. So we are gonna be. Remember 717 Tango Sierra, GEG, over to SEA, craft. Gotta find that every time. I've been talking all night long, like literally all I've been doing tonight. Jack Murphy, good to see you, man. Monkey Balls, welcome aboard. All I've been doing tonight is talking, and I still get like a little hesitant to talk on, like to keep the microphone. It's weird. Miles ahead, good to see you, man. You missed the first flight. And you missed the giveaway, too. Flight number 2 is coming up, though. Rudyism, by the way, if you're here, make sure you send me that message. And I'll go look for it here in a little bit. Spokane clearance. Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, IFR to Seattle. Oh, crap.
717 Tango Sierra. Spokane clearance from Seattle Airport. Fly runway heading, radar vectors, Imperia VOR, then it's filed. Maintain 12,000, expect 14,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 123.75, squawk 3626.
I missed the first part of the altitude there for 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, maintain 12,000.
Okay, clear to Seattle, runway heading, radar vectors Imperia as filed. 12,000 on departure, 14,000 within 10. Departure 123.75, squawk 3626 for 717 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, Jack, correct.
Okay, so I realized immediately after I called clearance that I actually hadn't called clearance. I called tower. Because I tuned clearance into nav or to COM 2. And I thank you for not calling me out on that, Peter. He probably didn't even notice. All right, 121.9er. And that's why I was completely thrown off during that read back there. So I was like, oh crap, I made a big mistake. .9er, 1830, good there. Okay, so let's get the sucker plugged in here. Pull this guy up. We're at GEG, KGEG. We're going to insert KC. Oh, KC. And insert arrival. We'll go any. And the Faramal 8. No transition. Great. Faramal, Sky Cow, Hoovies, all that good stuff. And we'll activate that first leg there. Flight plan's in. Squawk code has to be set. 3626. 3626, and we'll keep squawking squawking Charlie there. Fantastic. Okay, heading on to initial heading is 12,000, and the speed's going to be 105 knots for our climb out. We'll set a vertical speed of not 100, but 1,000, and we'll go vertical speed on. So what I do is I like to use a vertical speed of 1,000 for my initial climb to get me to 105 knots, and then at 105 knots I switch over to IAS mode. That way I have a nice flight director that gets me to the speed that I want to be, and then, and because I know this plane will accelerate at 1,000 feet per minute, and then off we go. So 12,000, so 105, 12,000, 1,000. We're going to be taking off runway 21, so we'll plan for 210 in the heading. 210. And that's good, that's good. We'll put that into sky view mode. That's fantastic. So we have our navigation set up. We have our squawk code set up. We have our autopilot set up. We're ready to go. Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here. Timbits, welcome aboard. Rudyism's trying. Okay, Rudyism, I'll send you a message on Twitch here later. Twitch is like the least intuitive thing ever. I'll send you a message, Rudyism, after the stream here tonight, and we'll get you a copy of that. All right. Let's blast out of here. We'll go over here, and then we'll call up ground once we get, woo! Hello, that was a sporty turn. So we get in the right spot here. There's a half-missing Baron. Let's grab the weather real quick, too, while we're at it. 210, 14 gust 21, 10 mile visibility, rain, few clouds, 10,000. Or few clouds, 1,000. Broken 1,500, overcast 3,500. Altimeter 2983. Got it. Okay. Let's get rid of decision height, too. 0. Spokane ground, Pipistrel. Spokane ground, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra is over its signature with the weather for taxi. Oh, crap. I turned ATC down.
717 Tango Sierra, Spokane ground, runway 21 taxi via Golf.
21 via Golf, 717 Tango Sierra. I turned ATC volume all the way down.
American 554, contact Seattle Center 132.6.
All right, thanks, Rudyism. I got it. That's good enough. I turned ATC volume all the way down there and didn't realize it. We might actually get a we might get the rare night approach for my sim because I have it set on real time.
American 554, Seattle Center, descent and pass, rest and maintain 12,000, Spokane altimeter 2983.
Got a tailwind here, gonna push us along. Get us southwest style speeds. Lumberhacks, good to see you, man.
422 Whiskey Foxtrot, turn left heading 360.
Ashton, welcome aboard. W, slant W, then cat straighter. Oh yeah, you can do that. The messages are the way that you should do it, but it's like private messages as opposed to PMs, but whatever. I got it. It's fine. All right, Tim, take it easy, man. Answered my chart question in Discord. Okay, I'll check it out, Nightmare. Thanks, buddy. Tigers 1904, welcome aboard. Good to see you. A very nice change from the big birds. Yes. I just can't taxi it. I got this tailwind pushing me around. Tailwind, pushing me from the back end.
401 Tango Sierra, contact departure.
Departure 401 Tango Sierra, so on.
Skywards 5906, ready to push and start up to Charles Sierra.
South 5906, that entire ramp's not controlled, just calling for taxi.
Alright, my apologies for Skywards 5906.
North Carolina 92, Butler 80. I think I had North Carolina over Butler.
401 Tango Sierra.
We can go look at the brackets here in a second once we're up in the air. The tall view makes it look like a dragonfly. Yeah, a little bit, doesn't it? It's a real pretty plane. I'm not sure about the tiger there, but or the panther or whatever that thing is. Leopard, cheetah. It's a puma. What's a puma? It's a big cat. Any red versus blue fans out there? Pop you up there. And departure is 2375. That's for that end. If we were going to do a run-up, this is where we would do it, but I'm not going to bother. Because I'm lazy like that. So we'll go flaps, props, mixture, lights. Spokane Tower, Panthera 717, Tango Sierra is holding short 2-1.
717 Tango Sierra, Air 82 and clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 2-1, 717 Tango Sierra. Left tank. Stay on the runway. All right, clear right, clear left. I think xEnviro has gotten the weather wrong for this one. But I won't say anything. Got nothing but runway to work with here.
Spokane Tower, g'day, Baron 58 Echo.
Ah,
uniform,
g'day!
short
It's my
runway
favorite Australian.
KPDX uniform Spokane Tower, hold short runway 21.
Hold short 2.
Positive rate,
Here.
here.
Uniform.
42 C Foxtrot Denver Airport, 12 o'clock 20.
Put ourselves in the heading mode. All right. Crank the autopilot on there because I'm lazy. We'll pull the flaps in. Then we'll go to IS mode. After takeoff, gears up, lights out, flaps in, indicate up. Yep. And we're climbing.
Traffic.
Traffic is behind me, no factor. There's also traffic ahead of me. Red vs. Blue, good stuff, man. Ah, cool, dude. Good to see you. Never played this game, have no idea what he's doing, but it seems great. Departure, 7 take us here, we'll see it.
American 554 contact Spokane approach 123 point.
Okay, 2375. Spokane departure. Panthera 717 Tango Sierra is 4,000, climbing 12,000.
For 717 Tango Sierra Spokane departure, their contact clear direct Improfa VOR, resume in this case.
Good direct improv of VOR, Zumo nav 77 Tango Sierra.
Spokane approach, American 554 to 13.841.
No idea how to say that
American
VOR.
for Spokane approach.
But we'll go direct,
Okay,
and we'll hit nav mode.
The ILS runway 21 approach.
Go set up for the ILS 21, we have Bravo 554.
That's Goldsy coming in, one of the PilotEdge controllers. Everybody's favorite Canadian. We've got Ben behind us, and possibly another guy. Looks like Joe's come and join us, maybe. I see Cooper messing around in the mountains out there too. Cool. Lots of people tonight. All right, so we're clear of any conflicts there. Let's go ahead and bring the power back, or the engines back to 2600. Right there.
KPDX uniform runway.
We'll start pulling the mixture back. Good there. For now. Go back here. Go to map. Map or traffic, either one. We can do traffic since we got some guys around us. So you can actually click on the traffic, get information about them. In this case, all we really have is their track and their ground speed. So homie behind us is on the ground. He's actually taking off now, it looks like.
35 left, contact Denver Tower.
This guy's 160 knots over the ground. So on and so forth.
Sky 5609, Denver.
Very good plane.
Runway 35 left, taxi via Mike.
See Gutterman, good to see you. We're going to Seattle. Sigma 199, this is X-Plane 10. What happened to Villanova? Oh, I don't know.
Switch to Z5
Goldie 77, good to see you, man. All right, so let's see here. CBSSports.com. Let's go check out the team. Altova Ballers. So I was given a completely random bracket, and that did awful as expected. I am now, as of today, I'm now behind. I'm behind Glenn. So I'm number 2 in my company right now. Behind Glenn, but I've got a pretty good best possible. In fact, I've got the best possible in the company at the moment. So that's a good sign. But if we click through and check out the bracket here, let's see what we got. By the way, I don't really know anything about sports. I just kind of use my best judgment here, or best guessing, I should say. So, I've only lost one of my final 4 teams. That's a good sign. Let's see here. Arizona got beat by Xavier. Xavier, I had knocked out pretty early. I had North Carolina going. I have North Carolina winning the whole thing. How original, right? That game is probably going on right now. Or no, it would be these 2 games. Oh yeah, that game would have to go, and then that game can go.
American 375, runway 34 right, taxi via.
I got optimistic and said Kansas would beat Purdue. Or Purdue would beat Kansas, because like I have to say that with my alma mater. Knowing, of course, that Purdue was going to lose to Kansas. So yeah, brackets are doing okay. Like I feel like I did okay this year. I missed some subs. Thinking about, it's been a while, man. Thinking about if you're still here. Always a pleasure to support a guy who made my nights to a daytime live stream. Thinking about, thank you for your continued support. And Chevy Rules 727 with the Races C now, having a root beer on your behalf right now. Chevy, thank you very much for your support, sir. Cheers, my friend. To both you guys. Yeah, sorry, thinking about. No excuse for that, right?
Clear direct and profit view or zoom in navigation.
Assassins just got X-Plane 10. Nice, dude.
Okay, Echo Papa Hotel.
I'm going to turn the TCAS off on this display here because it's kind of annoying. Spokane 717 Tango Sierra. We cleared at 12,000 or 14,000?
Number 7 Tango Sierra, 12,000.
Okay, thanks. 7 Tango Sierra. Fly with John, good to see you, man. Doing well. Yeah, Tim Rodeo, go ahead and post a link, man. Links are always fine. Links are always okay. As long as they're not, like, bad links. Oh, nice. Josh is rocking my shirt.
Approaching altitude.
I like it. I'll be wearing it tomorrow. Chevy's coming from Burlington with the Viz is low. Yeah, I saw you guys talking about Josh flying on IRL. That's pretty cool. I'm interested in knowing how long he's able to retain his cell phone signal to keep that going. Woo Pig, good to see you, man. Flights are going really well. First flight was relatively uneventful, and second flight is probably going to be more of the same. This time we will not forget to switch our gas tanks. I'll probably switch it once and then forget it.
Loud and clear.
So, our estimated time en route's an hour 45 right now, but it's going to come down here pretty quick. Although we've got a 25...
I have no aircraft log on to the network for that call sign. Please check your call sign.
25 knot left quartering headwind, or headwind, so things might get a little slow. Well, we're expecting about an hour and 15 minutes total en route. So we got probably another hour to go before we get there, which will be good. It'll put us about 3.5 or so hours. About 3.5 hours. That's good.
So what's the Tango Sierra contact Seattle Center 132.6.
32.6, 717 Tango Sierra. 13260. Goldie, I saw that. We'll get there in a second. Seattle Center, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, 12,000. And they'll give us 14.
First 717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, climb maintain 14,000.
14,000, 717 Tango Sierra. Okay, 14,000. We'll go to vertical speed mode.
For 5 uniform contact,
So we'll,
Seattle
we'll
Center,
go to vertical speed mode. We'll pull the nose up here at about 1,000 feet per, or 1,200 feet per minute. And if our speed dips below 105 knots, then we'll go back to IAS mode.
Turn left heading 240 to maintain 5,000.
So it's going to be a race. We're going to watch this for 105 knots, or this is going to hit 14,000 feet and we'll be at our altitude. Goldsy, thank you very much for your subscription, man. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate it.
That's at 609 different turn rate before I
Goldsy, you're going to Flight Sim Con this year, right?
We're 2 Juliet Bravo.
Belgio says he's done with the Phenom. So what's the verdict on the Phenom then? DVA, good to see you. Welcome aboard, Diva.
Maintain 12,000.
Question to the streamer: Do they have rating? No, I do not have. I do not have a pilot's license. If that's what you're asking. There is a Flight Sim Con. Look at the top right corner.
Approaching altitude.
Top right corner of the stream there. We will be live from Flight Sim Con, June 10th to 11th in Windsor Locks, Connecticut, Bradley Airport. It's a good time. Clocky, good to see you, man.
Seattle Center, get ready.
I know, 717 Tango Sierra is already taken.
Is 11,900 for 12,000.
We're 2 Bravo, correct?
Nice, Goldsy. Look forward to it.
5 uniform. Seattle Center, climb maintain
we'll get a wing view here in a second. We're climbing the plane right now.
4,005.
I have to monitor. I need to monitor my instruments. Looks great. Flies like you would expect. G1000 is a huge improvement. Not ready for prime time. Yeah. Well, it's been like, I think it's been a year and a half since that G1000 came out. So, who knows? Okay. 14,000 feet. We'll bring the props back now to 2,300. 2,300 RPM right there. And then we will go lean a peak. So there's peak. And there's lean a peak. 11.8 gallons per hour. Holy crap. And we'll watch as she accelerates up to about 205, 210 true.
54, 8 miles from Sikio, flighting 240.
Dude, I'm so stoked for Flight Sim Con. It's going to be a real good time this year. Not that it wasn't a real good time last year or the year before, but I think this year is going to be something special.
Sky 5609, contact departure.
Right now at BJ's Brew House, having a good root beer. Nice. Okay, how are we looking here? I want to see what our time en route's going to be once our speed gets up. Looks like we're going to probably be right about an hour to go. Once the speed gets up here. Get that wing view going for you. Definitely get better performance out of Addons Challenger. Yeah, Carenado's pretty.
It'll be a compliment for in-trail spacing.
Carenado is pretty frame heavy as it is.
No, I'll give you the instructions. Hold start runway 34 right.
Carenado is pretty frame heavy as it is, and that G1000 I recall being quite the monster in terms of performance.
Yes, it's 906 number departure. Going to contact Clemente File.
I haven't seen anything about Lockheed yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. They pulled out, like, just kind of dealing with them behind the scenes with stuff. They've kind of pulled out all the stops. They're taking it very, very seriously in a way that I don't think they have before. And I'm actually we're gonna have probably in another week or two. I'm gonna have a bunch of guys, well, at least one, probably a couple of guys come on, and we're gonna interview and just sort of talk and do some flying. Talk about the event, talk about the sponsors, talk about the exhibitors, who else coming, and sort of what they got planned. That's going to be a Saturday afternoon stream here in the next week or two. Just going to figure out a date with everybody. I could go to Windsor Locks. You should. Be a good time. Bunch of Flight Sim nerds showing up.
American 554, contact Spokane Tower.
I think it's going to be dark though by the time we get to Seattle. Which I'm gonna go with. We'll go with the dark arrival. As much as I don't like doing the night flights. Photo alone for the G1000 is 3.5 gigs. Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of data in there for like terrain data and whatnot.
American 5 short working time.
Flight SimCon confirmed Lockheed will join Laminar and Dovetail on the panel. Nice. Take the Green Line to Worcester and then Amtrak. Oh, you're in Boston then. Nice. You could just drive out there. Michael, get the Phenom. Is it on the org yet? No. It's probably just on Caronato's site. Usually they're on Caronato's site for 2 weeks, and then they go on the org after that. I know you can't beat the night lighting, but as far as the stream goes, there's just nothing to, like, there really isn't anything to see when you're flying around at night. But we'll let it go this time. Oh, you're in Lowell. Nice. Go to UMass. Cool. Let me know if the message was helpful. Working on getting better instruction prep for CFI. Absolutely, man. I'll be checking it out later here. Well after this flight.
Delta Lima, right service remains walk via far.
Happy Friday, Swole. We're flying to Pipistrel Panthera version 3 by Aerobask. This plane just came out here a couple days ago.
Sierra, contact Seattle Center 132.6.
Was 32.6 for 717 Tango Sierra?
Negative, you should already be on that frequency.
Yes, I am.
Seattle Center, Panthera 401, Tango Sierra 12,000.
Interesting. Wonder why he was at 12. Why hasn't he been climbed prior to this? Oh, he might be staying at 12,000. And so he had. Oh, okay. So yeah. I bet the top of the approach or top of departure must be 12,000. So he must be staying at 12,000, and so he stayed with departure until he got out of their airspace laterally. And I went vertically out of their space.
12,000.
401 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, Roger.
I got it now. If it doesn't make any sense to you, it's fine. I got it. I got it.
Seattle Center,
that's all that matters. Pilot Meister, good to see you, man. Just got back from the Philippines yesterday. Left the 23rd. Arrived a few hours before we took off on the 23rd also. Fun trip, a super long flight. Dude, that's crazy. I was listening to the Giant Bombcast this past week, and they were talking about flying over to Japan and how when you fly to Japan, you lose a day. Like, you literally, like, a day is just, you leave on, like, the 23rd and you arrive on the 25th. But then when you fly back, you have breakfast twice. The Beast 524. Good to see you. Welcome aboard.
All right, 662 Seattle Center.
Oh, excuse me.
Winter and advising of approach request.
So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be getting picked up by Max, going down to New York, and having lunch with Keith from PilotEdge. Super looking forward to that. If the weather's nice, we're talking about doing the Hudson Corridor, and then coming back up here. And then my wife is out of town tomorrow, or is busy tomorrow night. So I'll be playing video games all night, it looks like. And I'm kind of stoked about that.
6,000 cleared ILS.
Yeah, good time. Second leg in cruise. Chat's died down. Time for the important questions. What do you identify as your spirit animal and why? My spirit animal. I would probably have to go with the cat for the spirit animal, man. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Actually, if I had to go with a spirit animal, it'd probably be like a freaking moose or something. They're not very graceful. They kind of get in the way. They're a bit skittish and run away at the first sign of people. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the moose. And if you hit a moose with your car, the moose is going to be very, very angry, as is the car. Yeah, we'll go with the moose. Film the trip. Captain Tony Stark, I'll take some pictures, man. I might see about trying to like periscope it or something if you follow me on Twitter. But I don't know. I like just looking out the window and taking in the moment. We'll try to roll UL students in our hockey team. PE event next Wednesday. Oh yeah, I'll be there for the PilotEdge event. Yeah. I haven't figured out what I'm going to fly yet. I might fly this thing again. But yeah, I'll definitely be on the PilotEdge event. Longest commercial flights are between Detroit and Seoul. Oh, 13 hours. Didn't know commercial flights could be that long. Flew longer than U.S. Air Force, but that's very different. Yeah, man. That's a long flight. The longest flight that I've done, the longest continuous flight that I've done is from Boston to Paris. And that's like 6.5 hours. Like, that's nothing. Maybe 7 hours on the way back. Like, that's really not much different than a cross-country flight across the U.S. But like 12 or 13 or 15-hour flights. Like, my folks flew to Australia last summer. And they had a flight from Houston down to Auckland on Air New Zealand. And it was like a 15-hour flight. The prospect of sitting on an airplane for 15 hours, I don't know if I could do it. Like, I'd have to be stoned or drunk or both. Exiotis, good to see you, man. Any plans for P3D when they go 64-bit? Well, you know what? We'll take it one step at a time. I will probably pick it up. I will probably check it out. I'll probably mess with some airplanes. But yeah, we'll take it one day at a time for that one. YYZ to H&L. I don't know where H&L's at. Crown and Ace is good to see, man. Chicago to Hong Kong, 18 hours. That'd be a long flight, too. Very long flight. Oh, gosh. Of course, I don't know. I've done like 22-hour road trips before. Like, I have driven for 22 hours straight, with a couple stretch stops here and there. But I guess that's not that much different. Auckland to Heathrow? You can go Auckland to Heathrow? That's literally across the that's literally the other side of the world. You do that in one, like... Is that even possible? I mean, I don't doubt that it is. All right, I gotta see how long this thing is. Auckland to Heathrow.
Yes, just in 127.02.
Almost 10,000 miles. I have a tough time believing that you could do that direct. But what do I know?
Was that for 5-8 Echo uniform?
Yeah, 15-hour flights better have some good brews. Well, usually when you fly internationally, you get free alcohol. So, or you get some free alcohol, so there's that. Like, we definitely, when we flew Air France, they brought us wine on several occasions. And I was like, yes, 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 please. But I mean, yeah, flying and driving are very different. When you're driving, it's much easier to have a conversation. It's easier to kind of just zone out. I guess you can zone out on an airplane too, but I don't know. I have a tough time sleeping on airplanes just because I'm like, I'm a big dude, and I just can't get comfortable. A Boeing 777 departed from Qatar, landed in Auckland after flying 9,000 miles. The return flight touched down at Doha late Monday. Scheduled time for that is 17 hours 30 minutes. Huh. 777ER can do it. I know that the 777ER can technically fly between any 2 points on the globe.
Runway 2 attacks vehicle.
But I guess it depends on like how you make the flight. Like, there's no Antarctic route flights or anything. Sigma 199, we're on PilotEdge tonight, man. PilotEdge.net.
American 375, contact Denver Center 127.02.
Do some outside views here for a bit.
American 375, 127.02.
Watch that sunset. We might get a nice sunset when we come into Seattle. Had to stop in Los Angeles. It wasn't a transfer just to refuel. Ah, okay. That makes a lot more sense then. Yeah. That's still like, that's a pair of incredibly long flights. Holy crap.
375 Denver Center, how many about 300?
Brother just got me the Flight Factor 757, considering picking up ground handling deluxe. Is it good? I don't use ground handling deluxe. I know some of the guys that use it are happy with it, but I've never used it, so I wouldn't be able to offer you anything. I need 2 engines in this Baron to keep up with your Panthera. Well, to be fair, Benny, your Baron's got like more seating capacity than my Panthera. I mean, I could fit 4.5 people in this plane. Oh, and that reminds me, we should change the tanks. I could fit 4.5 people in here if I have to. And I think you can get more than that in your Baron. But yes, our speeds are... I'm doing 190. I think I'm actually still faster than you. Yeah, I got you by about 10 knots over the ground. I don't know what the indicated is in the Baron right now. I guess the Baron will do like 180 indicated, so it'll probably do close to 200 true. Qantas have announced a flight from Perth, Australia to LHR non-stop. It's going to be 17 hours. Nope. No thank you, man. No thanks. I don't think I could do it. You want to see me fly from Heathrow to Auckland and stream it? Yeah, no, not going to happen. Nope. Mr. Finkel, sorry, man. Shoot that one down. Is Flight Factor going to make a 757 version 2 extended? I think they said they will. I'm pretty sure that they will, given their history, but I haven't heard any specifics. See, that's the worst part. If I could bring my own rack of beer onto the plane, like if I could just bring a 24 pack of whatever I wanted or a bunch of 6 packs, like I'd be okay with that. But the fact that I got to pay their prices for their booze, and you know all that stuff, like As long as it's a little over 17 hours, it was 10K because we were unpressurized and didn't want to suck on the hose. Not sure we could do it for that long. Anyway, that'd be crazy, Ernie. Yeah, military flights are kind of their own special level of hell. I bet after 17 hours at 10,000 feet, though, you were feeling pretty loopy anyway.
Bravo Smoking Tower made 2-1 clear for takeoff.
Computer flying. Good to see you, man. Singapore to Newark, 19 hours will resume in 2018 in the A350. Wow. MLN 369. Hey, Ty. Hoping watching your last stream before my check ride is going to bring me luck. Well, good luck, sir. Hope you're able to do it, man. Next week you come in here, you tell us you passed your check ride. And I don't know if you're going for PPL or commercial or what you got going on. But you got what license you getting, man? 24 pack of beer. Hope you get a seat next to the lab. I mean, if you're doing a 17-hour flight, a 24 rack of beer, let's say you account for an hour on either side. That's a solid 15 hours that you have to drink a 24 rack of beer, man. Like, yeah, you're gonna piss a lot, that's for sure. But, I mean, I think I could do 24 beers in 15 hours. I mean, it depends on the beer too. But like, if it was a rack of Bud Light or something, like, yeah, no problem, dude. I've knocked out 12 of those in a single night, not even thinking about it. Ugh. Belgiel, hello, by the way. I don't think I said hello to you. Only making that kind of flight up into KC 135. Probably. Channing 613, good to see you, man. Yes, customs, I'd like to... No. See, here's the thing, Channing. Okay? You only go through customs on the way in. So, when I go through customs, I'm going to be checking an empty 30 rack of beer. I just got to get the beer through security. That's the only issue there. And that'll never happen because you can't do that. But I just got to get the beer through security. And then I can have it on the plane. PPL, month of hard work. Nice, dude. Congratulations. Or soon to be congratulations. Tired mainly. It was fun talking to ATC. Whenever we checked in, they would ask us to state our destination, Woodbridge, England. Asked us if we wanted to climb. We'd say no. I love it. Ernie, are you based in the U.S. or are you based in Europe? Or were you based in the U.S. or Europe at the time, I guess? I'm assuming you didn't fly over the Atlantic at 10,000 feet. Oh, maybe you did. Paddlin, welcome back. Good to see you, man. Cactus 1550. The apartments in the Etihad suite our Emirates make for those 17-hour flights worth it. Ambient for the rest of us, I guess. Yeah, dude. I don't think there's ever a point in my life where I'm going to be able to afford that kind of comfort on an airplane. I'll stick with the Ambien. You should have said security. Yeah, no, I got what you mean. We like to argue the semantics sometimes.
Bravo spoken departure radar contact clear direct Echo Papa Hotel VOR climb maintain 12000.
Peter's given up on trying to say the actual name of the VOR, just Echo Papa Hotel. I remember seeing this river going in the other direction. Why, yes. Yes, you do. You know what? This is a pretty area. This particular place, maybe there's not a lot to see. It turns out that once you get past, I don't know, once you get out in this flat area, it's just kind of desert, maybe. And obviously some irrigation and whatnot. Oh dear. 42 minutes till we get to our destination. Oh. Long haul flights in the Piston. We just got to use lots of 3-ounce bottles to pass it off as mouthwash. That's right. How many 3-ounce bottles can you fit into a 1-quart bag? At that point, you just gotta pack the vodka, or the Portuguese moonshine or whatever. U.S. and yes, we did out of Northwest Florida. Retired U.S. Air Force navigator. Still live here. Flown many times over the North Atlantic at 10K. Dude, that's insane. I just watched that episode of Ice Pilots where they flew the water bombers at 10,000 feet over the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm just like, that just blows my mind. Like, that blows my mind that you would go like that far at that low of an altitude. But I guess it makes sense. Getting a bit dark out. It's time to pull the red handle. I haven't actually tried pulling the parachute in this plane. I guess theoretically it would work. I don't even know how to control the night lighting in here. It seems to have come on automatically, which is good.
Seattle Center, November 2, Juliet Bravo, 12,000.
But I don't know that there's a knob for controlling the interior lighting.
Up to 16,000.
Map lights.
To Juliet Bravo.
What's that button do? Nothing. We're heading to Seattle, Shark Fan. We'll make it there eventually. Yeah. I mean, we're doing 200 plus knots in a piston plane, so like we're doing pretty good. It's not really that long of a flight, but for me, it's kind of a long flight. Like it's interesting how it feels longer when you're not climbing up into the flight levels. We lost Josh. Take off, no bandwidth, fatal crash, no incoming phone call. Oh no. Oh no. That's what I figured. By the time you get off the ground, you don't get far off the ground before you lose your cell service. It's not like they won't sell you all the drinks you want. Basically just a really expensive fly pub with extremely slow service. Yeah, pretty much. The parachute does work, not recoverable. That was a fun moment. Yeah, I mean, I would assume if you pull the parachute, that's it. We did C-130s from March Air Force Base to Hawaii in the 70s, 10,000 plus or minus a few feet. Man, that's insane. Oh, they kept the cell service. They had to answer the phone. Ah, I got it. Even better. Even better. So what do you guys got going on this weekend? A few people got some flying, it sounds like. We got some check rides coming up. Anything else going on? Anything fun? Max has got his lady friend on stream.
Clearance on request, stand by in a couple minutes.
Max is macking on his lady friend here on the stream. She looks maybe a bit terrified. We should get all 177 of you to go to Cirrus Max's channel. You got to come back. Go to Cirrus Max's channel and say hello. Just hello. Just hello and leave. I think Max is waiting for after the stream. Actually, you know what? Go over there and throw a Kappa out. Just Kappa and then leave. That's all you got to do. I'm sure he'll still be going by the time we're finished here. 35 minutes to go. They haven't even taken off yet, it looks like, so we'll go say hi later for sure. Spying, flying, and streaming, along with some Baileys and coffee for early flights. Moscow mules for the late flights. Okay, I got Baileys and coffee. What is a Moscow mule, 757? What is a Moscow mule? Because I haven't heard that one before. Try streaming my check rides when they happen. Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. Nope. Totally unnecessary. Jonathan's playing at a concert. Nice, man. What do you play, Jonathan? Eccentric's got a D&D game. Working on my PPL in Denver area, high altitude mountain winds nearly a year. Holy crap, man. I can't even imagine getting a PPL in Denver. Trip is on our way to Gulf War I formation, so we share duties between aircraft. Off duty when trying to refuel the North Atlantic Southeast device in the blinding snowstorm. After listening to the pilots struggling, I see the tanker. I took him off my headset, figured I was going to die. Didn't need to hear it coming. Ha! I didn't think about the fact that you guys did refueling and shit up there, too. Vodka with ginger beer. Interesting. I've never had a ginger beer before. Made in a copper cup. You see my strobes. You're not too far behind. Nah, Benny, you're catching up, man. I got you on the TCAS here. Airbone. He didn't fix that bug. That typo. I gotta let him know. We got you on the TCAS though. You're about looks like you're maybe 15 miles or so behind me. Ginger beer equals ginger ale with attitude. I'm not a big ginger fan. I mean, I'll give it a shot sometime, but I'm just not like the flavor of ginger is not super appealing to me. Coming up on ye old mountains. Craziest thing I ever saw for sale at a supermarket was a vanilla cupcake flavored Dorito chips. Huh. I like to tell that when we talk about weird flavored potato chips, the story I like to tell is when I was flying back from Tunisia a couple years ago. We flew through Paris. And in Paris, I found these Lay's potato chips that were, I don't know, I can't read French, so I had no idea what the flavoring was, but it was just like a picture of Thanksgiving dinner. It was like turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing and like all that stuff was on the picture of the chips. And I'm like, I have to have those. Like, I don't know what they are. I don't know what the flavor they are, but I have to have them. So I bought them and I didn't think anything of it. I ate them. I ate a little bit of them in the plane, and I ended up sleeping most of the way. But goddamn, if I didn't eat those things, and they literally tasted like Thanksgiving dinner flavored potato chips. Like you get that. You know when you if you're not American, you may not understand this, but I'm sure you guys have done turkey, mashed potatoes, and all that stuff before. But like when you have that one scoop, and you get it, and it's got a little bit. It's got the spuds on it. It's got the nice grandma's gravy. It's got the turkey, and you put a little bit of the, some stuffing in one bite, and you take that bite, and it's just like, oh, that's Thanksgiving, right? That's what these chips tasted like, and it was really weird. Like it was really, really bizarre. That's my weird chip story. Vanilla cupcake flavored Dorito chips would be good too, though. I'd give those a shot. Saw shrimp cocktail flavored Lay's in England. That's amazing. I think some people may have left to go to Max's stream and didn't come back. Three random Rubik's Cubes just showed up at my door. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know what to say to that Shark fan. Oh, people coming back now. Speaking of Moscow mules, they make a potato chip of it. Very interesting. Ah. There's such a wide world of potato chips out there. And I've learned too that apparently like in the U.S. we have these flavor of Doritos that are cool. They're called Cool Ranch.
Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Center 126.6. Have a good day.
126.6, 1 Tango Sierra, Solid.
November 717 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Center 126.6. Good day.
126.6, 717 Tango Sierra.
November 5 Echo Uniform, contact Seattle Center 126.6. Good day.
Okay, so they executed a handoff. New controllers.
Seattle Center, Panther 401 Tango Sierra, 12,000.
November 401 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center. Hello, Seattle altimeter 2989er.
29er, thank you.
And Seattle Center, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, 14,000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center Ranger, Seattle altimeter 2989er.
2989er. Good evening, 717 Tango Sierra.
Seattle Center, g'day, Baron 58 Echo uniform is level 1.
Seattle Center, good day. I love it. And he always sounds so happy when he says it too.
Ranger, Seattle altimeter 2989er.
He has a girl on a stream who's not a GIRL. Yeah.
Horizon 113, clear to Eugene Airport, Seattle 5, departure.
Weird chip stories involves a motorcycle cop in the 1980s. Scottsdale, get out of here, man. Get out of here, dude.
Maintain 3,000, expect level 190.
I didn't get that right away.
Departure.
I'm a little slow.
Chart, squawk 4075.
Heading down to Seattle. Over to Seattle. SeaTac. We're 29 minutes out. Coming up on the mountains, too. Man, look at that. Oh.
Horizon 113, read back correct.
Black plane, dark out. I'm not going to get a good screenshot out of this, I don't think. Pull my terrain up. Oh, Ultras this weekend, Clocky. That's cool, man. God, I haven't followed any of the Ultra stuff for years. I almost went there back in like 2000, I think 2011, 2012. I was looking into going, but I decided not to at the last minute. Can't go with the 15 crosswind component. Doritos makes salsa flavored chips. Yes, I've seen that. Only sell in the Southwest. I think they make, like, I know Lay's makes ketchup flavored chips they sell in Canada. I think Doritos might make those too. I'm getting hungry for freaking chips. I'll grab some chips when I'm done with the stream. DFL 1010, good to see you, man. Is America going to ever stop measuring barrel pressure in inches of mercury? Probably not. That'll happen when we stop using miles and when we stop using inches and all the other completely garbage units of measurement that we use. When are they going to come out with a 319 or a 737-800 payware? There's a 319 that's out. It's just not very good. And there's a 737 freeware that's actually not bad. X-Men needs to start making some more variety in commercial planes. Sheepy, I'm not... like, there's a huge variety in planes. I'd argue that P3D has less variety. You have, like, 3 A320s over in P3D. We have 320, 330. We have a 350. On the Boeing side, we've got a 5.7, a 6.7, a couple of 737s, a 737-300, 737-200. You have a freeware 737-800 that's pretty good. You have a slew of general aviation planes that are good. Like, I would argue there's more variety in X-Plane than there is in P3D FSX. But, I mean, there's people working on stuff. PB-17 is up. Oh boy. Then I think supposedly this is supposed to be the last beta before they go into RC. Yeah, I'll check out. I'll be checking out X-Plane 11 this weekend. We'll probably, hopefully starting next week, we'll be on it permanently, or semi-permanently. Pumpkin pie lays, not bad. Photo scenery is beautiful. Yeah, it looks real good. Like, unfortunately, that's not really gonna come across as a good screenshot. I don't know. We'll take a picture of it. We'll see how it turns out.
3 departure. The
I don't know. We can do that right now. Let's see here.
Pendleton transition or Pendleton.
Can we make this look good?
Stop.
YouTube
2000,
live stream thumbnails.
0 launch pressure. Departure frequency 123.75.
If you ever wanted to see
squawk 7,
the birth of a thumbnail, we take last week's, we copy it. Pipa. Today's date's the 24th. Open that sucker up. When we've run out of things to see, do, and talk about, this is what happens.
584, the readback is correct. Squawk 7444.
Okay, so we'll get rid of last week's plane. We'll paste this week's plane in. Let's make that a little smaller. Resize that. Make it smaller. That could work. That could work. Let's see here. Okay. So let's save that. And then go to brightness and contrast. We'll hit the auto button. I don't like that. Put the contrast up a little bit. Blow it out a okay, that could work as a... What do you think, guys? Does that work as a thumbnail? Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. All right. That's cool. We'll keep that. That's what the screenshots are for, by the way.
Phoenix approach cleared to
and then we'll change this to
as filed. Maintain 5,000
Aerobask.
Departure frequency 1, 2.
Nope, it's gonna be the Aerobask Panthera.
Departure frequency 119.2.
And then we'll add you and you.
6, 4, 5.
Let me change that to 3.0. Save. That's it. Export. The YouTube thumbnail has been created. It already saves me time. Boom. Thanks for playing.
Tango, Roger. Hold for release. Advise
back out the window we go.
Number 1 ready for takeoff for the after release.
Man, that looks pretty good. The stock 7378 header that comes with the next plane is pretty good. Yeah, and there's actually some, yeah, like you mentioned, there's some mods out there too.
Sierra, Chandler is all yours to the extent that there's no IFR aircraft. As there is no IFR aircraft right now, I'm protecting the airport once I give you the IFR release. But it's on your own to pick the runway.
A little bit of fog down in that valley there.
Right now, pilots is not simulated as Coward Airport.
And then we're coming up on some cloud cover here over Seattle. Weather's looking good tonight. I wasn't sure how it was going to be once we got out here to Seattle, but weather is looking good. Next plane 11 crashed. Guess that's my hint update to PB17. Yeah, probably Drew. Lucy and Jay, welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Model is good, but the F&C isn't. Yep. Them's the ropes. Watching the Ultra live stream on YouTube. Nice. Oh, dude. I gotta take a picture of this. I really have to, I have to have this screenshot. Because holy crap, dude. So I'm going to post it to Twitter. And this is why we sim. Whenever I fly by myself, I love when I have moments like this where you just look out and you're kind of just in awe of what's been created in front of you. You know, and I imagine airline pilots, you guys probably have this same sort of realization sometimes that just like, holy crap, like that just looks really damn cool. Of course, we're coming over cloud cover now, and it, you know, sort of ruins the effect, but whatever. So yeah, xEnviro. Go get it. highly, highly, highly recommend xEnviro. It has absolutely changed everything about this sim. It's crazy. Interesting how differently xEnviro does weather versus global real weather and SkyMax. Oh yeah, for sure, man. xEnviro actually, you know, does a good overcast, a good cloud cover layer, a good fog, like low visibility layer. Benny, so Ben, I'm assuming you're on global real weather and SkyMax thing. Can you take a screenshot for comparison and post it up? Because I'm interested in seeing, like, it's interesting to see legitimately what the difference is between them. Because people constantly ask, like, what do you get with xEnviro that you don't get with, you know, SkyMax and global real weather and all that stuff? And like, this type of thing is tough to explain. Like, how do you explain this? You don't. Like, you just can't explain it. Because you, like, I guarantee it doesn't look like, and maybe, you know, maybe this is fake and all that, I don't know. But I guarantee that it doesn't look like this is SkyMax. Jonathan, take it easy, man. Have a good night. Aviation Videos, welcome aboard. 6269 Crash Flying, welcome aboard. Good to see you. I got no clouds at present. There you go. You're still a little bit behind the clouds, though, so you'll probably come up to them soon-ish. Yeah, like I'm just flying over the clouds now, and you're probably still 15, 20 minutes or 20 miles out.
November 90992 Tango Phoenix clearance. I apologize. I should have told you this when you called it for the IFR clearance, but in the future,
still looks real nice out there.
Contact Phoenix Approach on 119er.2 or on another frequency that's listed on the chart, on a departure chart.
Would I highly recommend xEnviro? Looking to get my first weather engine for a flight simulator. Pilot Meister, 100%, man. This is xEnviro, and this you're not getting with any other weather engine. Weather xEnviro just does things so much better than the other engines do.
Advise this frequency of your intentions. Change to advisor frequencies approved. Report airborne district on 119.2.
Let's see here. Let's grab the Seattle weather.
November 902 Tango, please give me the readback of the instruction you were given.
Okay, Seattle 20015. 10-mile visibility, rain, scattered 1,500. Marginal VFR, altimeter 29990.
To make sure that we are both in agreement with what was given. So in the future, please make sure that if you do not understand what was given, you request clarification. In the future, please contact Phoenix Approach on the chart, any of the charts into Chandler.
xEnviro is amazing. Seriously changes. Yeah, it changes everything about this sim. Like, I was on the fence about spending $70 on it, to be honest, and I did, and I'm just so happy that I did. Like, it's just changed the sim in a way that is indescribable. Especially when you're flying into this like rugged mountain terrain.
Advises frequency.
You know, this type of terrain where like you've got this low overcast layer and you got the mountains poking out above. Like it's too cool. Anyway, that's enough gushing. You guys can make your own opinions. I adore the Coronado B1900. Biggest issues of frame hungry. Favorite IFR cruiser. Yeah, I put some serious time in the 1900, man. The 1900 and the PC12, I have put each of those probably 300 or 400 hours into doing a lot of FS economy stuff in SoCal. It's a good plane. I think this is going to be this is going to end up being my IFR, like my SoCal or my IFR plane of choice for a while. I'm not the Pink Panther, nah, dude.
November,
change it up tonight. Tonight with a Black Panther tonight. I think that's kind of racist, but whatever.
Pen and paper.
Why are my oil temps so low?
November 1 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Approach 125.6.
125.6, 401 Tango Sierra.
And November 902 Tango, okay. And you need to slow
25.6, we'll just get that queued up and ready to go.
For you and give it to you again.
You guys didn't notice too, by the way.
Make sure that you get the right.
Disconnected.
Oh, jeez!
Connected to PilotEdge.
Okay, so that apparently disconnects you from PilotEdge. I didn't know that. what I was going to point out was the 1 and the 1 here.
401 Tango Sierra, Seattle approach, Roger, do you have weather for Seattle? And
The fact that when we're receiving,
runway
it turns red, and when we transmit,
center
it also
approach.
turns red. And apparently, when you push the button there, it disconnects you from PilotEdge.
November 1 Tango Sierra, Roger, fly heading 260, vector final approach course, center maintain 7,000.
Dear.
November 717 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle approach 125.6, good day.
25.6, yeah, 77 Tango Sierra, we'll see it. 25.6 is in. Rip!
American
Oh, Jay Dugan, what's going on, man? Is she eyes like saucers? Crossman, good to see you, man. Any speculations about the new Hawker that just came out from Coronado? Phenom. I think Belgeode was flying the Phenom, if he's still here.
November 90902 Tango. Released for departure. Clearance void. If not off by 0225 Zulu. Time now 0219 Zulu.
Belgeode, somebody's asking about the Phenom.
0230 Zulu. Advise Phoenix approach.
Is Max flying on PilotEdge?
119.2 of your intentions. Change to advisory frequencies approved. Report airborne on 119.2.
Okay, we'll just give him a second here. Seattle Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, 14,000 with Seattle weather.
No, 717 Tango Sierra, Phoenix, Seattle approach, Roger, expect the ILS from a 1600 approach. Just to verify you did say you have the weather, fly heading 270, vector final approach course.
270, vectors 16, or ILS 16 center, we do have the weather, 717 Tango Sierra.
November 902 Tango, after which part?
Okay, 270 heading mode. We'll go ahead and pop this up here now. We'll go to Seattle, insert arrival, ILS 16 center. I will just go ahead and get rid of the approach altogether.
I'll just repeat it again because
or get rid of the arrival, get rid of the approach.
Cleared, you're released for departure.
Let's try that again.
Your clearance is void
16 center.
at time 0225 Zulu. The time now is 0220 and a quarter Zulu.
I think we found a bug.
If you are not off by 0230 Zulu, advise Phoenix approach on 119.2 of your intentions.
Good enough. Got it.
Change to advisory frequencies approved. Report airborne on 119.2.
KC. I guess let's talk about this approach here. 16 center. Alice 16 center will tune into 111.7, course of 163, with minimums of 200 feet AGL. Interesting coming into Seattle that you have the 3 runways that are kind of right next to each other, and it's quite easy to line up for the wrong one. In fact, I think they call that out fairly blatantly here. Like, hey, idiot, don't land on the wrong runway.
Tango.
16 center though, we're gonna have to. So we're gonna be concerned about 16 left, and then also taxiway Tango. We don't want to land on either of those. We want to land on 16 center. When we are down, we will exit to
and you're to report airborne on
the right.
Does that make sense?
We'll exit right, and we'll plan to taxi down Tango to the Air Service International Group, the transient parking in the south side of the field. That appears to be where GA is. Everything else looks to be cargo and terminal ramps. Cool. Somebody's having a rough night on the network, it sounds like, too. So 111.7 in the ILS.
Tango, read back correct. See you in a bit.
Hey! 170, tune that in. Switch this over to nav mode. Go to
Tango,
course.
that's what we're here for.
163.
701 Tango Sierra to set and maintain 3000.
And we're good to go there. Okay.
November 401 Tango Sierra to set and maintain 3000.
3001 Tango Sierra.
November 717 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 260 to set and maintain 7000. Vector final.
260, 7,000, vector final. 717, take us here.
Horizon 113, saddle ground on my 16 left, taxi via
We'll go to
Alpha,
vertical
Charlie.
speed mode, and we'll dip the nose down here about 1,000 feet per minute.
November 5-8
We'll do 1,000 feet per minute, let some speed gain here, and then we'll dip her down a little further, start pulling the engines back.
Have a good day.
I will also set my mixtures up. I'll go rich of peak now. So there's peak.
November 5-8 Echo Uniform.
There's rich of peak. We'll go a little bit further. As we're descending, we need to enrich in the mixture, basically, or the engines will die on us.
American 554, Spokane Tower, runway 21.
Go back the throttle a bit here now. We'll go 1,500 feet per minute. Actually, we'll do 1,300 for now. And we'll aim to descend about 200
November
knots.
401 Tango Sierra, 17 miles from Sodi. Turn left, heading 190.
He's already on the ILS.
3,000 till establishing localizer, cleared ILS runway 16 center approach.
Interesting. Down in the soup we go. I hope we got no ice.
November 401 Tango Sierra, I just heard your propeller. Say the readback, please. November 717 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000, 717 Tango Sierra.
November 401 Tango Sierra, radio check.
401 Tango Sierra, loud and clear. Sorry, we're established on the ILS and we're
Oh, look at that.
ILS runway 16 center. Sorry about that. 1 Tango Sierra.
1 Tango Sierra, no problem. At Anvil, contact Seattle Tower.
That was a very light wispy cloud layer.
Tower at Anvil, 100.9er, 401 Tango Sierra.
That's pretty good looking.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, contact Seattle Perch 125.
I will say that is very pretty. And it's only going to get prettier. If it dies, you can just pull the chute. Yes, we can. Did I switch tanks? Yeah, I've switched tanks a couple times now. We're on the left tank again. We got him even this time.
Seattle approach, good evening.
Speed
November
goes
2
back.
Juliet Bravo, 16,000.
Mixture goes in a little more.
Skywest 5609, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32 today. Skywest 5609,
and we will continue down.
Contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
Belgeode says he's sold. That's what he's looking for. Yeah, dude, it's such a huge difference.
Seattle approach. G'day, Baron 58 Echo uniform is level 14,000 received. Bravo.
All right, we'll take one more for good measure.
Echo uniform, Seattle approach. Expect ILS runway 16 center approach. Fly present heading. Vector final approach course. Descend and maintain 10,000.
Let's do one more.
Down to 10,000. 58 Echo uniform.
November 58 Echo uniform. Fly present heading. The runway assignment is ILS runway 16 center approach.
16 center fly present heading down to 10,000. 58 Echo uniform.
November 7 Tango Sierra, penalty heading 240.
240, 77 Tango Sierra.
American 554, Spokane departure radar contact, climb maintain 13,000. Skywest 5609, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm
November
kind of enjoying this.
To Tango Phoenix departure, radar contact, climb maintain 5,000.
Okay, there's Buddy I'm following. There's that's probably Seattle over there. There's two fields there. I gotta make sure. So not only do you need to make sure that you land at Seattle, but you also want to make sure that you don't land at Boeing. Us showing up at Boeing might be a bit of a surprise for them. Jack C, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir.
To Tango approved. Be back in no.
I always thought it was gray and raining in Seattle. How I've been lied to. Well, it was gray. It was definitely gray and raining earlier.
November 7 Tango Sierra to set and maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000. 717 Tango Sierra.
November 8 Echo uniform to set and maintain 7,000.
Down to 7,000. 58 Echo uniform.
American 554, contact Seattle Center 125.
Pull ourselves back to about 180 on the speed. And we'll knock the nose down a little more and start getting out of 3,000 here so they can get us established.
Seattle approach, good evening. November 2 Juliet
I'm going to assume that I'm going to assume that Seattle Tower is going to be next. That's 19-9er.
ILS runway 16 center approach. Verify you said you have the weather.
Oh yeah, we got information, Mike, and we'll
Okay, 19-9ers ready to go.
the ILS for 16 center for 2 Juliet Bravo.
November 8 Echo Uniform, correction, expect ILS runway 16 right approach.
8 Echo Uniform's getting 16 right.
November 5-8 Echo Uniform, expect ILS runway 16 right approach for traffic.
I will expect ILS 16 right approach, 5-8 Echo Uniform.
November 8 Echo Uniform, turn off heading 260.
Heading
Okay,
260.
so we don't have the localizer yet. We're
Echo
25.
Uniform.
We got the DME
November
25
2
miles
Juliet
out.
Bravo, expect ILS
We do not
runway
have the
16
ILS
left,
yet.
Left approach for traffic, instead of maintain 3000.
They're setting up parallel approaches now.
Okay, down to 13,000, and we'll expect 16 left for 2 Juliet Bravo.
Horizon 113, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left.
Still don't have a
takeoff.
localizer we picked up yet.
American 554, Seattle
We haven't
Center,
been cleared on the
climb
localizer, so that's not a big
360.
deal.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, turn right heading 260.
There's the fog. You still get a little
right
pop
turn
in
to
here and
heading
there.
260 for 2 Juliet Bravo.
It's a lot less pop in than
American 554, proceed at
Skymax and
Pendleton,
whatnot, but you still get some.
navigation.
McBain, CA, welcome aboard. Good to see you.
November 7 Tango Sierra, turn right heading, turn left heading 200.
200, 7 Tango Sierra. Do I see myself flying this one as much as the Epic
Tango Sierra,
E1000?
appears to
Probably.
be that you're on the right side now, you should be on the center side.
1 Tango Sierra is correcting.
I do see myself putting in some time in this plane, yes. How much, I'm not really sure. But I will definitely be playing this, or flying this plane a fair bit. Okay, so there's localizers coming in now.
Skywest
3,000 feet.
5609.
Punch it chewy, we'll get the speed up here.
November 717 Tango Sierra, 17 miles from Sodsea, fly heading 190. Maintain 3000 to establish the localizer, could also run 16 center approach.
190, 3000 till established, cleared ILS 16 center approach, 717 Tango Sierra.
November 8 Echo Uniform, turn off heading 250.
I'm hoping that
Heading
localizer
250,
flips over here in a
5-8
second.
Echo Uniform.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, traffic, 12 o'clock, 4 miles westbound, Barron, 1300, descending to 7,000.
Okay, there it goes. Good.
Traffic in sight.
So once we have movement on the lateral, we'll go to loc mode
Yeah,
right
we
there.
can see the strobes through the clouds for 2 Juliet Bravo.
November
So there's
2
nav
Juliet
mode
Bravo, do you have
engaged.
Traffic in sight or no?
That's going to put us in the localizer.
Yeah, traffic in sight, 2 Juliet Bravo.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, thanks. Maintain visual separation instead of maintain 1000.
And still 20.
Okay, down to 11,000 for
Still
2
21
Juliet
miles
Bravo.
out, so we don't need to really
November
get that
2 Juliet Bravo,
slow.
maintain the visual separation.
And there's the capture.
Wilco, 2 Juliet Bravo.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, can you give me
Okay,
the
we're going to wait for the
please?
glide slope to
Maintain
come in
visual
next. Once we have
separation.
glide slope, once we have movement, we'll go to approach mode. In the event of a
Maintain
missed,
visual
in the event of a missed
separation,
approach, we're going to
2
fly
Juliet
heading
Bravo.
160.
November 717 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Tower, 119.9 today.
19.9 or 7 Tango Sierra. We'll see you, man.
Seattle Tower 401 Tango Sierra, ILS 16 center angle.
Horizon 113, contact departure.
Over departure, Horizon 113.
November 401 Tango Sierra, Seattle Tower, my 16 center, clear to land.
16 center, clear to land 401 Tango Sierra.
Seattle Tower, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra, ILS 16 center, 18 out.
Horizon 113, Seattle departure.
Okay,
ready
there's
contact,
glide slope coming up.
5000.
So in the event of a missed approach, heading 160, cross the Seattle 161 radial.
717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Tower, 10 miles in trail of a traffic on a 4-mile final, runway 16 center, number 2, clear to land.
Clear to land number 2, 16 center, 717 Tango Sierra. Okay, Seattle VOR
Seattle Tower
16.8.
Tango Sierra, just be advised we have an alternator failure. We'd like to declare an emergency at this time.
November 401 Tango Sierra, Roger, understanding declaring an emergency. Advise when able, fuels on board, and souls remaining.
Roger, 2 souls and about 2.5 hours of fuel.
1 Tango Sierra, Roger.
Okay. So he's having an
November
emergency.
8 Echo Uniform, descend and maintain 3000.
That's interesting. Okay, so in the event of a missed approach, 160,
November
cross the
2
161, or during the 161 radial. Fly that to DME 2.4 under 2,000 feet, and then climb on the 161 radial to 5,000 feet. So 5,000 feet for the missed approach altitude. and then take that to the Milty intersection. Great.
Horizon 113, contact
punch in
Sales
direct
Center,
anvil.
126, correction 1.
That'll get us on the that'll get us some GPSage going here.
0.15, good day.
Let's bring you, go to terrain. Zoom you in. Great.
SkyWest 5609 Albuquerque.
Now it's getting
Denver
now it's
Center,
getting
give us
dark and gloomy
transition
out.
for me, please.
Gray. The sun starts to go down. Still 13 miles out. X-Plane Master! X-Plane Master, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. Squirrel! It's good to see you, Squirrel. Welcome aboard, Paul.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, turn off heading 190.
A Prime sub expired and I can't resub from the iPad app in bed. I'll have to do it tomorrow. Don't worry about it, man. Appreciate it.
November 2 Juliet Bravo.
You're going to bed pretty early tonight.
Heading 150, intercept the runway 16
It's before
left,
4 o'clock in the morning, or 5 in the morning.
altitude.
Not much, but... Love the terrain feature. Yeah, the terrain feature is really cool. Everything about this plane is really cool. Alright, homie's down on the ground, it looks like.
Heading 190.
There's movement on the glide slope, go to approach mode.
20 miles from Sod Sea, fly heading 190.
The localizer's captured. The glide slope's coming up here. The antisocial woodworker. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers, my friend. That might be the last one I could acknowledge here on the way in. Jack C, thank you very much, sir. Just want to let you know we're all counting on you. Yada, yada, yada. All that good stuff. 757 Spy, take it easy, man. You're leaving at the worst possible time.
Horizon 113, Seattle Center, climb maintain, flight level 190, proceed direct, battleground, resume navigation.
Alright, down we go. There is no terrain feature in the E1000, correct? That's a feature that the GTN units have.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, 190 miles from Douglas, fly heading 160.
Minimums are 200.
4,000.
2
2 Juliet Bravo, maintain 3,000 till stops and localizer.
Is my landing light on? It will be in a second. Once we put the gear down, we'll turn the landing light on. About 5 miles out, we'll get ourselves configured up.
7 miles from Douglas, fly heading 160, maintain 3,000 till stops and localizer. Cross runway 16 left approach.
Turning on lights have to make it look unworking. Fair enough, man. Do we have anti-ice? We do not, but we're okay now. We're 5 degrees Celsius.
Juliet Bravo, Seattle approach. How do you copy this transmission?
It's raining out. Yeah, I have
2 Juliet Bravo, you back correct. November 5-8 Echo uniform. I can give you a 5-8 Echo uniform, turn off heading 160.
Pull the speed back now. Let's go props forward, mixture forward.
November 8 Echo uniform.
Once the speed's down in the white arc, we will go flaps out.
November 8 Echo uniform, 18 miles from Fink, turn left heading 160. Maintain 3,000 till stops.
This one doesn't have reverse thrust or beta mode, no. Okay, flaps are coming out. Gear down. Runway's in sight now.
Seattle Tower 401, Tango Sierra is clear, 16 center on Foxtrot, looking to go into the northeast maintenance ramp.
Here, 1 Tango Sierra, cross runway 16 left, taxi
go flaps down.
Bravo, see ya.
Cross 16 left, taxi
Lights on now.
India Bravo, thanks for your help, 401 Tango Sierra.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, contact Seattle Tower, 119.9, good day.
Okay, 80 knots in the approach speed.
Pilot disconnect.
Okay, gears down, 3 green. Flaps are down, indicated, and verified.
5609 out at Denver Center, with me?
Runway's in sight, so we're going to go ahead and land. The weather got real bad real quick, though.
November 5-8 Echo uniform, contact Seattle Tower, 119.9, good day.
Yeah, you take all SkyMax stuff out. Just uninstall that completely. In fact,
Seattle Tower,
uninstall SkyMax, rerun the X-Plane updater installer. Let it overwrite cloud files and all that stuff again, and then install xEnviro.
16 left, clear to land.
I don't think it actually matters, but like that's that's the pattern that I went with.
16 left, clear to land, 2 Juliet Bravo.
Looking good, looking good.
November 2 Juliet Bravo, are you okay on the approach or need to be vectored back around?
We're just going to make a left turn here and intercept the localizer if that's okay for 2 Juliet Bravo.
2 Juliet Bravo approved.
Approved 2 Juliet Bravo.
Alright. Fairly uneventful approach here. Seattle's looking good, though. I don't know, I guess the night flight turned out okay. You can't argue with that scenery that we had coming in. And this looks pretty good, too. Gear, flaps, runway, clearance. We're good.
Approaching minimums.
Spokane clearance delivery, stationary 752 X-ray.
Uber high.
Stationary 752.
And not in the Val dude's way.
752 X-ray is ready to copy IFR down to Boise.
752 extra clearance on request standby.
Throttle back. Tip the nose up here for the... Oop, thumped it, whatever.
November 5-8 Echo Uniform contact Seattle Tower 1-1 Manor Point Manor.
It's like the taxiway I went, right? Can I take that taxiway? Yeah, I can. We're going to anyway. Bring the flaps in. In Seattle, Panthera 717 Tango Sierra is right on Juliet, looking for the South Central Transient.
Your 7 Tango Sierra taxi to parking via Tango, good day.
Parking Tango, 7 Tango Sierra, have a great night.
Good night.
Okay, strobe lights
Seattle
off.
Center, they're
Everything else will stay on. Flaps are in.
16 right.
November 5-8 Echo Uniform.
We get a nice endless taxi here.
16 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 right, 58 Echo
Super
Uniform.
loud rain again.
November 752 X-ray, clear to Boise Airport. Spokane 3 departure, Spokane, then asphalt. Maintain 1-2000. Maintain
The rain sounds pretty good, but it's like it's loud.
Final departure frequency.
So it sort of overpowers everything. I just need to make the sound a little quieter, I think. Like I'll probably chop like half the decibels off the top of the loop. Jack C, awesome to hear, man. I got my shirt. It turned out really well. Squirrel shirts are going to be printing here pretty soon. Ordered one of those. Paul, I really like the design of your new shirt. The year 3. Yeah, we're gonna go watch the replay and all that good stuff.
Juliet Bravo, are we clear to land on 16 left?
November 2 Juliet Bravo, runway 16
My mic's power slide died on me. Oh, that sucks.
Okay, clear to land 2 Juliet
Sam Tal,
Bravo.
good to see you, man. What kind of graphics add-ons? I'm using a program called xEnviro. xEnviro does all the kind of clouds and visibility stuff. The plane we're flying is the Aerobask Pipistrel Panthera, and it's kind of doing what you're looking at in front of me here.
Clear. You don't have to call me back. Just call 121.4 when you're back.
And then we're running Boeing Country payware scenery here. It's giving us our Seattle scenery. We're gonna go taxi all the way down to the end. Speed this taxi up a little bit. We'll never get there. Yeah, we're gonna do the replay for sure. I need to order my own shirts before Monday. You should. Yeah, you should, Paul. Thanks, Tech Claw, man. Honestly, I run a pretty minimalist setup compared to some of these guys. We had some orthophoto scenery coming in for both the flights. When am I going to stream again? I'm going to stream for certain next Friday. But there may be I want to do a Monday stream. But, oh, you know what? Actually, there's going to be a Wednesday stream this week because there's a PilotEdge event. So there'll be a Wednesday and a Friday stream this coming week. And their streams they start at 7 o'clock Eastern time. which is GMT -4 right now. I have no idea what that equates to in British time. Oh, Jesus, come on. Let's go. Endless taxi. Just want to get there. 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 See the replay. Thanks, Mr. Dugan. Have they set a release date for X-Plane 11 yet? Not yet. Ben has stated that they believe that 17 will be the last beta. It sounds like they've done a lot of bug fixes in the last few betas. I think they're basically rounding out and finishing up. So I would suspect that we'll see some release candidates come out very soon. And following, like, probably, I would say probably within a month to a month and a half, you'll get the final release. What's the event on Wednesday? I don't know, actually. I know that I saw that there's an event on Wednesday. Somebody mentioned it. I think it's like SoCal stuff.
Okay, we'll taxi to parking via Bravo, and thanks for your help tonight. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Good night, sir.
Alright, let's park right here. Turn off the lights. Do. And park brake set. And we'll go ahead and pull mixture, prop, fuel off, mags off. See, Pitot Heat Avionics Master. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle. We made it. Let's go watch the replay. Let's disconnect PilotEdge.
Disconnected.
Toggle replay mode. And what we will do is we will go to xEnviro, and we'll make it Kavik. Actually, we'll just turn xEnviro off. Perfect. That way we can actually see what's going on here. Well, that doesn't do it good. She looks pretty coming in. That was a float, though. Maybe not my best moment landing. The runway's so big, though, it would kind of deceive me. And in hindsight, I should have just landed further down the runway so I could have a shorter taxi. Bump. But they won't wait for the final release candidate for the DVDs. Maybe not. Lord Ginoff, good to see you. Yeah, I just kind of lost altitude there at the end. Like I should have kept pulling back, and get a little more of a flare in, but it just sort of fell out of the sky. All right, one more here. Or should I have kept some power in, maybe? That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Well, this is X-Plane 10, FC Tony B. Not even an 11. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys all so much for coming out tonight. I had an absolute blast. I had a really good time. It's going to be a fun weekend. We're going to definitely be back, it looks like, on Wednesday for a PilotEdge event. And we'll be back next Friday for the usual show. So go say hello. So Tim PE is streaming the Phenom. You go say hi to Tim. I'm pointing at it as if you can see what I'm doing here. So Tim's streaming the Phenom if you want to see that. Aerosim is being nerd and streaming, building a PC. And Max has got a lady friend over and is flying the A320, it looks like. So guys, go say hello to one of those three streamers or say hello to anybody else who happens to be streaming. Thank you once again for joining me tonight. And we will see you at some point next week. Toodles.